Okay. We are now live. The button's red, so that means we're good to go. Welcome, everybody, to the Xbox Live Party Podcast. My name is Ash, and I am joined, as always, by my lovely co-hosts. We have got Fabio, False Alucard, Slayer Exclusive, and The Jinner. We are coming to you on a Sunday afternoon, a sweaty Sunday afternoon if you're in the UK. And we have all just an hour ago, just happening, finished watching the Xbox and Bethesda game showcase for E3. So apologies that the podcast isn't on the normal time, but we wanted to get this showcase in. It seems silly to do it the day before. How are you all?
Very good.
Fuck it.
Doing
Fuck it.
amazing, man.
Fuck it how we are. Let's just talk about business, please. Let's just go. Get on with it. It doesn't matter. I don't care what you all played.
No, we're not doing what we've been playing.
What is that?
We've got
don't
enough to
care
talk
about
about. We've got
Let's
enough to
go.
talk about. So we are we're gonna get started and jump straight in. I don't know if KY Bob's joining us today, but if he does, I'm sure he'll be along soon like normal. So yeah, before we start,
What was that?
what was what?
Okay, well, before we start,
Before we start, I just want to say a big fuck you to all the Twitter gaming content creators and gaming, what's the word, influencers that decided to share around the big Starfield leak 10 minutes before the Xbox presentation. You were all just as bad as the Washington Post for posting
Really?
it up early. So if you were one of those people, I'm not just little guys. They were big, like normally pro Xbox game content creators, all sharing it around 10 minutes before. Don't be dicks next time. You're literally going to ruin the surprise for just normal people who have just turned in ready to watch this showcase. Now, if it was a couple of days before, fair enough, but 20 minutes, 10 minutes before, and you're sharing around the Starfield leak, shame on you all. And as the Mushu says, it's like dishonor on you and dishonor on your cow, because you're all a bunch of bastards. So don't do that. I've been very vocal on Twitter before the show about this. Luckily for me, I wasn't super hyped about Starfield, and I expected it to be there, so it wasn't a spoiler as such. But don't do that. Be cool and just wait till after the presentation and post it then. And you didn't even have to wait long, because as we get into it, the first order of business on the Microsoft show was Starfield.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Oddly, Todd Howard came out first. We didn't get Phil at the beginning. And he came to basically announce Starfield, and they showed off sort of an in-engine video. It wasn't gameplay as such. And a release
it was
date
just a trailer.
for next November 2022. Day one on Game Pass, and it's an Xbox next gen and PC exclusive. So it's not coming to Xbox
There we
One.
have it.
So that puts that narrative to rest. Now, what did you think
It's
for
not-
Starfield?
It's not just to talk more about this. It's not just next gen exclusive. It's an Xbox exclusive. So for all of you fanboys, toxic fanboys, bragging about that you will be playing Starfield on your beautiful PS5, I'm sorry. I guess you gotta now use your really powerful PCs that you all have, right? So yeah.
It looked great on
well,
YouTube.
It
You can
didn't.
watch it on there, I suppose.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched the 1 hour fan fest on my computer because I couldn't get onto it on anything else. And anyone that joined in with that was like a 1 hour Q&A session with Pete. Was it Pete Hines from Bethesda, Aaron Greenberg,
Yep.
Phil, and Sarah Bond, and some woman presenter. I cannot remember her name, so I apologise. And it wasn't that bad.
Yep.
It was all right. It was an hour of Q&A and sort of Xbox fans' reactions and stuff like that, and videos, and it was nice. They didn't really unveil anything. It was just sort of like a nice catch up. But yeah, I watched the mainstream on YouTube, and it wasn't the best compression. I've downloaded the 4K, which
Oh.
is what we're using here, but obviously because it's small,
Yeah.
you're not going to get the good picture. But honestly, go back and watch the 4K when you can. I watched the Forza Horizon 5 spoilers afterwards. Oh my god, it looked like a different game, and it already looked good
Yeah.
Beautiful.
on potato quality. So
Yeah, like I couldn't believe how bad some of the streams, like the resolution and the distortion got so bad. I was like, what the fuck is this?
luckily for me, I had my internet
Yeah.
sorted like 2 days ago, because normally when it's a conference like this on the last one, every sort of 2 trailers I'd have to reload it or jump between a couple of different streams at a time to
Oh,
sort
damn.
of watch it, because
Yeah.
it would keep buffering. So luckily, I didn't have that this time. But yeah, Starfield, what are your thoughts on it? I mean, obviously there's not a lot to go by. I didn't see Tom Cruise. I'm a bit disappointed, but it looks nice. It looks like Skyrim in space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like I could clearly notice that the engine is different in comparison with previous games. To be honest, let's
Well,
hope
it's an
that
updated
in
one,
a
right?
bad
they've
way.
announced this is the first game afterwards. They announced this is the first one to use their new engine. So it's
Yeah.
it's like
Nice.
engine 2 of whatever the other engine was
Mhm.
called. Was it
Like
like
Creation.
Creation
Creation
2?
engine.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, the environments are nice, but with the other engines, the environments were good. And they showed the astronaut's face, something like that. The astronaut's
did.
face talking, and I thought, okay, that looks good. That looks really nice, and it got me excited. Yeah, especially because I wasn't expecting for us to have a release date, a number, specific number. Like I thought it was just going to be 2022, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good though. It was good that they did, and they really
Yeah.
came out of the gate and they were literally like, "This is exclusive to Xbox," and that literally set
Yeah.
the precedence
Yeah.
for the rest of the show, in my
Yeah.
Very
opinion.
true.
They started really well. Really
Started strong and ended strong.
aggressive.
Funny because
to be
it's
honest.
like them saying it now is great, and I guess they couldn't say it before under maybe legal reasons, but that gave a lot of people a lot of articles to write about it. Is it exclusive? You know, like
They did put it like
Don't know if you
as I've
guys-
paused on the screen. They did put it in massive writing as well, like Xbox
Yeah.
exclusive, and they did that with a couple of games I noticed. Like the last one was also across the screen, so
Yeah.
yeah,
really
Well, I
good.
don't know if you guys saw the leak just before, which you mentioned, Ash. IGN was tweeting about it, and they were saying, well, it doesn't say it's not coming to PlayStation anywhere. The leak just simply says Xbox and PC. It doesn't say it's not PlayStation, so I'm sure it will be. It's like, yeah, I think you guys need to move on and realize that these things are going to be Xbox exclusive going forward. That's why they bought them.
I
It's
gotta
funny.
tell you, I'm so
Wow.
happy that I didn't see any of those leaks. Like I'm really surprised that people decided to do this and fuck up other people's experience.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't see it either, but
I understand the big media companies doing it by accident, or the big people, but these were like the ones that I'm more angry about are like Tom Warren, Colt,
Yeah.
Tim Dog, all those sort of people were sharing it, and I'm like, you guys have got a massive Xbox fan base that are waiting for this show. Why are you even? If you just ignored it for 10 minutes, it wouldn't have been an issue. But you wanted those extra clicks, so they've just hoarded themselves out for a few extra
That
clicks
sucks.
at the
That's what it's about.
the joy
do
of
people-
loads of people. Unfortunately,
Like, do people really want to be that popular on Twitter
well,
just for one
clearly.
post?
Yeah.
That's
Well, like
it.
I say,
like,
while we're doing this right
Oh.
now, the Square Enix show's on, and I really want to watch it, but I've closed Twitter down, I've closed social media. I am not looking at social media until I've watched the video after this
Yep.
episode.
Yeah.
It's just not worth the hassle. So we'll move on then. So cool, Starfield. What a good way to start the show. Honestly, I cannot complain with that.
sure.
And it was a good way to start. And you were like, is Halo going to finish it? And we'll talk about that in a bit.
Right after that, we got Stalker 2, right?
Yeah, Stalker 2, an extended sort of gameplay and in-engine sort of video, which I really
Yeah.
liked. It looked great. I'm not the biggest Stalker fan, but the fact that it's day and date on Game Pass, I'll definitely give it a go. And there's a lot of people out there that are interested in it, so.
I mean, it looks
Alucard,
very similar to like Metro. You know, like I've never played
Yeah.
either of them,
I
but
played the
it looks
first
cool.
one. So
It looks cool.
So yeah,
I-
Alucard,
so,
since you
yeah.
played the first game and you were the most excited for this review when we started talking with each other, what do you
Mhm.
think? Any comments on it?
I really liked what I saw. I think it's going to be really good. The first one, it has some of the same like elements from the first one. This game is different from Metro. It's almost like more sci-fi, supernatural-ish concept to it. Like there's some like because it's all about the nuclear Chernobyl disaster, and it's about a zone, and everything's been mutated, and life is going on there, but there's mutations with animals, and people have like different different things happen to you and everything. The creatures are really crazy, so you're going to see some really interesting combat, I think. There's like anomaly, like there's like certain like environmental hazards you have to worry about. There's factions. So the first game you can join 1 or 2 factions, or you could do missions for both. And then you can't, if you do missions for both factions, you cannot join either one. But if you just did missions for one faction, and you can join a faction. So they're gonna have stuff like that in there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be a
Nice.
brutal shooter, like RPG shooter.
If I remember playing Stalker 1, it was a very hard game. A lot of stealth. If I remember, it's been a long time since I played the original Stalker on PC, but I'm sure it was a very you played it hardcore, and it was like it had its real hardcore fans. But honestly, Stalker 2 compared to what Stalker 1 looked like, oh my god, it looked amazing. The environments. I mean, I'm looking at this on this little screen here because I've got this up in front of me, and the fact that it's now on a 4K stream looks so much better than it did when I was watching it on my big screen telly at like 720p or whatever it ended up coming out at. So amazing. It did look cool, and it is, like I say, day in day on Game Pass, isn't it? So
Any more comments?
One of the things
about
is
Stalker 2? Go on,
So I was gonna say one of the things that looked really good on there, which was quite cool, is what Alucard was saying about like the environmental hazards, and there's like those bubbles where they had to avoid the anomalies, and he's getting screws out of his pockets and throwing them to see if they float or not at different areas of the map.
Yeah.
To try and detect them because you can't see them. I thought that was like a really cool touch.
Yep. Yeah, you have to worry about the environment big time. Like it's a big problem in the game that you're gonna have to deal with. So
Yeah.
I think he's doing it now, actually, as I mentioned.
Yeah, it was weirdly timed. Just as you were talking about it, he was throwing the
little nuts and bolts. Yeah, it's great. It's a cool idea to try and find where they are.
I forgot
Really
what
dig the atmosphere.
the stalker stands for, each letter, what it stands for. I forgot. What I forgot what it stands for.
Scary, talking, and lots of fucking enormous rats. Something like that.
Oh my god.
That's clearly what it is.
Okay.
Very close.
Okay.
It's basically, it's like you're basically like a mercenary kind of. I don't know what they're gonna do with this game, but you go in there so you can like hunt for things, and and one of the groups I remember from the first game, they're trying to save the world there because the zone, they call it the zone, it's expanding and might take over the whole planet. So I know like part of the story was that you wanted to keep it contained because it's gonna be the apocalypse if they don't stop it from expanding. So I don't know if that's what they're gonna do in this one, but who knows.
Hopefully we get a remaster of the original at some point on console as well. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be really. But moving on, I gotta say, what is the formula of? First of all, you make a Left 4 Dead game. Second of all, you put it day one on Game Pass. Back for Bloods.
That's
It's coming
huge.
to Game
Huge.
Pass day one.
Yeah. Now this did get leaked a couple of days ago because Warner Brothers Games put a YouTube video up, sort of like with an extended gameplay, which I think goes live today at some point. And in the comments, like the description, it said at the bottom, it's like day one in Game Pass on Xbox and Xbox One S and Xbox Series X and S. So it was kind of expected it was going to be, but it's such a good announcement because this is one of the most anticipated games of me of the year because I absolutely love Left 4 Dead, and the extended sort of gameplay video we got here. I mean, it wasn't all like actual gameplay, but you get the gist of it and stuff. It just looked fantastic, so I cannot wait to play. Just that big massive tank guy looks ace. It's like they've took the Left 4 Dead characters and sort of put them to like 20 instead of 10.
Yeah, but like it's just as I told you. Like it may look really good, but their biggest focus needs to be for the game to feel like Left 4 Dead, because that's what makes everyone excited for it.
Yeah, they have said there is a beta coming out soon. I don't know if it's going to be on console as well, but there is going to be a free beta pretty soon, I think they've said. I don't know exactly the date, so keep your eyes out for that. But yeah, it looks awesome. Cannot wait. As you can see on the screen, it looks fucking ace. It's got a swarm mode as well, like a horde mode, which Left 4 Dead 1 didn't have, I don't think. I think Left 4 Dead 2 added that in. I can't remember, but I cannot wait. It looks fucking amazing.
There's a lot of these co-op 3-player and 4-player shooters coming out before the end of the year, and this is the best of them, isn't it? This looks so much better than all the others coming out.
October 12th it comes out. It's also what I did notice is like this is coming to cloud as well, xCloud, or as it now says, Xbox Cloud Gaming.
Nice.
So so I noticed that on Starfield as well. Starfield's going to come straight out on xCloud as well. So I think going forward, a lot more games are going to come out day and date on cloud, which is great for those people that play on cloud, I suppose. But interesting.
I think we can all agree that we're all glad that Turtle Rock abandoned Evolved and moved on to what they are really good at.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Well said. To be honest, yeah. But
I'm like
just
Back
amazing.
4 Blood. Like like they're gonna have like a horde mode. So what's like the standard game then? It's not really. So it's more than just a horde mode.
So you haven't played Left 4 Dead, have you? So basically, you move from one point to another through a map, basically, or a zone, and you basically go from safe point to safe point. That's how it is in Left 4 Dead. You'd start in one place, you'd fight through an entire level to the end of a place, and usually at the end there's like a mad scene, sort of like at the end of Second Extinction. Do you know when you push the button and then suddenly all the dinosaurs come at you for like 2-3 minutes?
Yeah,
like,
there's usually something like that in Left 4 Dead, and then you get out.
But here's the thing: the biggest difference, person with Second Extinction, is that Left 4 Dead, especially Left 4 Dead 2, every match that you have is different from the previous one. Not like exactly the same horde of zombies, or okay, I know that there's going to be a tank coming right up, because people are just going to memorize it and then it's going to take out all the fun.
Oh, and also
Left 4 Dead is unpredictable.
In Left 4 Dead, there's a team of enemies as well. So there's 4 people playing as humans and 4 people as playing as like special zombies with all different powers.
And they did show that like a multiplayer mode where there's 4 players. There are the zombies, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But like in Left 4 Dead, I think the concept is whoever gets to the end or gets to the end quickest or kills the opposite team quickest. That's the story mode for multiplayer.
No, I think the regular game has only one person on the enemy team controlling the zombies, the special zombies, and then once you get to like pick which one you want to spawn as, and then once you die as that one, you come back like maybe 10 seconds later as like
Who's that?
as
Is
another
this on Back 4 Blood?
No, that was Left 4 Dead, I believe.
No,
At least
was
number
Teams
one.
of
it
no,
was
Left 4 Dead was
4v4.
Teams of 4.
You sure?
It was
Yeah,
4v4.
we-
Okay, 'cause I remember
Left
there
4
being
Dead
4
2.
humans, but
Yeah, no,
okay.
it was Zombie U that had a 1 versus 4 sort of gameplay like that, because the one person dropped them in like it was like a top down. You were like a DM basically, and you drop zombies and stuff all over the place. But Left 4 Dead is
To help you remember, go watch the videos from the Act. He has a Left 4 Dead 2 video, which is really good.
yeah.
No,
Definitely.
I think Left 4 Dead 1 was maybe I'm wrong, but I remember Left 4 Dead 1 being just one person. I think maybe Left 4 Dead 2 upgraded it, but like updated to 4, but I could be wrong.
You are, but it's just because you had no friends, obviously, so it was just you playing on your own.
No, it was just a long time ago. I used
Yeah.
to play Left 4 Dead like crazy. I love that
Like,
game.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, but I cannot wait. Back 4 Blood looks amazing. If it's just half as good as Left 4 Dead, it will be a good game. Hopefully,
I mean, it
it's
looks
as good.
Like, I gotta tell you, it started so strongly, this conference. Like, we had Starfield, Stalker 2, and Back 4 Blood day 1 on Game Pass. Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it was like compared to yesterday,
Oh my god,
Yesterday
yesterday
was
was
just-
dreadful.
it felt like a waste of time, and today was like hit
Yeah.
after hit after hit after hit. I was like, okay, this is
Yeah.
how you do a
God damn
conference,
it.
man.
Yeah, I watched all of the streams up to the VR one in the evening, which I watched most of before I fell asleep because I was just so tired, and they were all pointless. Apart from
Yeah.
the wholesome one was nice,
indie
that was
games,
good. The indie
yeah.
games one, but the Gearbox one was absolute waste of time. It was
Yeah,
like half of it was Randy talking about the Borderlands movie without actually showing us anything from the
Yeah.
Borderlands movie, showing us old trailers and just crap.
Right.
And then what was the other one? Ubisoft. 80% of the Ubisoft
Oh,
stuff was
man.
just old stuff or updates for
Yeah.
existing games. There was no real like surprise announcements. Whereas this showcase had so many new announcements, so many exclusives, so many like wow, awesome.
Yeah.
Including if I'm trying to remember which order they're in. What came
We'll find out
next? Yeah, this is another one. This is a really
It
good.
wa- Contraband.
Yes. So this was the one that's been teased by Jez Corden with the Typhoon game. So really cool.
I forgot about that game. Yeah, what they didn't show much, right? They just
it was
showed
just a
a
trailer.
CGI trailer.
Yeah.
Just a CGI
Yeah.
trailer. But I gotta tell you, when I saw the trailer and they showed the name of it, I thought, is this going to be like Xbox's Payday? Something like that?
Could
Could
be.
it be something like that?
But it says open world, doesn't it? If you watch the video, it says
Yeah.
open world.
It
So.
reminded
Or
me of like Wildlands,
Recon?
just like with instead of being like a special ops team, you're like a group of smugglers that has to like go around the map and like steal treasure and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was almost like I was
okay.
thinking of like Indiana Jones with a crossover of Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands, kind of.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, when they were showing off the start of the trailer and they showed off the table, I was thinking, oh my god, this is going to be a teaser trailer for a new teaser trailer for the Indiana Jones game, and then
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did that.
No, it looks
But,
good though. I mean, based on the
it looks
concept,
good.
the trailer.
Yeah, but like it looks good because it's a CGI trailer. We discussed that. But
No, I'm just
yeah,
saying like the
nice.
concept sounds good too, is what I mean. Like
For
like
sure.
it's another co-op game. I feel like that there's like not. I mean, there's a lot of co-op games out there, but I feel like there's not a lot of good ones. I actually like. I don't know about you guys, but like I do like the recent Ghost Recon games because of their emphasis on co-op, and like I think they're a lot of fun. So this actually sounds like now that I think about it, this is like almost like if they took Just Cause and made it co-op, and made them basically like a little bit evil because they're like thieves or whatever.
More about it to more certain of.
Given that
was
Avalanche is
a,
working on it though, given that Avalanche is working on it, it probably will have a lot of the aesthetics and like a lot of the features from Just Cause, like like a wingsuit and stuff like that. That'd be cool, like a grapple hook.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I mean,
yeah,
honestly,
it's good
the craziest thing I saw was Battlefield 2042. I thought that was the most insane multiplayer gameplay I've ever seen. in my entire life.
Like,
That looked pretty cool.
but I'm really liking that we got a trailer from an Xbox first party developed by a third party studio.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
that
don't know
was
if
really
we can
good.
consider this to be like a second party game. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Also,
how to
kinda.
consider
was
this.
that a full exclusive or just like a time?
Yeah, it is. It is Xbox Game Studios.
Yeah,
Oh,
And it's day
they're
and
just
date
they're
on
just
Game
co-developed.
Pass.
Yeah, it's co-developed by Avalanche.
mm.
Yeah. Nice.
And
Moving
then, and then we got
Oh
the
man,
best
This is your time,
announcement
Slayer. Go
ever.
on. Go on,
this
Slayer.
just
Go
looks
on.
amazing. I when I saw Sea of Thieves, I was like, okay, what's this? What's the new content? It looks cool. Like maybe like a new faction or something like that. Like maybe some kind of like deep sea diving faction where you just go like on, you go underground like in underwater caves and stuff like that. And then when I saw Captain Jack Sparrow, man, the dog and the captain.
That dog.
Also, it's funny. So like,
That's-
I actually don't remember that part from the movie. Like one of my friends, I was watching with
Really?
one of my friends, and he's like, "Wait a minute, is that a Pirates of the Caribbean reference?" And I'm like, "Oh, is it? Maybe." And then they showed Captain Jack Sparrow, and I'm like, "Oh my God, no way, bro!" And then yeah, and I was like, "Yo, this is awesome, man. This is like story, and I hope that
Yeah.
there's no other, this is just you and your friends doing this. Like no other like interferences from outside people, man. I hope it's not
I
like,
hope so.
know?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope it's like almost like a separate game kind of.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like it's just you and your friends. There's no like outside interference from other players. It's just like just like one server that you go on. That would be awesome. It just looks great.
I got,
I'm gonna
I
play
gotta
this
be
day
honest.
one.
I
Is he
gotta
gonna be
honest.
on your
I got-
ship though?
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like he'll be
Yeah.
joining you
Yeah.
on your own
Like-
ship.
Like I gotta be honest, I really enjoyed what I was looking at it when they were showing it, but then only got excited when they showed the Flying Dutchman
That looked
rising
great.
from the sea. Like
That
I
looks
was,
so
oh
cool.
my god, they are bringing
Yeah.
that.
They didn't show the Kraken though, like how they they can control it.
No.
That's gonna be interesting if they're
Yeah,
gonna.
I mean,
do
look,
that.
because we
I
didn't
have to
Davy
be.
Jones there.
This has to be like a non PvP thing, because like imagine
has to
like
be.
you're just trying to like do this story, and then like some group of assholes just comes and ruins your day. Like that seems a
Yeah.
little bit crazy.
And then you're gonna respawn, and Jack's gonna be there on
Yeah.
your ship, and you respawn. That's not gonna make any sense.
It's gonna like take you out of the.
It does look like it's a
Yeah.
standalone sort of story-driven thing. Just the massive battles with the ghost
Yeah.
ships. The name
looks
of it,
really cool.
it was named as something separate, and it's
Yeah.
actually coming. It's called Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life, and it says that it's an epic original story, and it's coming June 22nd on Game Pass,
I know.
free for all users.
So soon.
Oh, we gotta play it.
So
then.
soon, man.
gotta
It looks so
We're gonna
cool.
play it then. We're gonna play it.
I mean, and I
yeah.
have to say, this better be the first of many. They better do more like this, man.
Yeah.
Like just
I still want a separate
Avengers
single player
to Sea of
game, man. I
Thieves.
just do. I'm sorry. I want a single player game of the Sea of Thieves world where I
Yeah.
can level up and get a better ship, and you know what I'm saying? That's what I want. So
Yeah.
bad.
it
I
looks.
can't
it
wait
looks
for
awesome.
I can't wait for the Moana crossover. That's gonna be the big one, you know.
I'm still waiting for the Avengers crossover, and with the Star Wars one.
That'd be weird.
I am really looking forward to that though. It was literally the
I'm just
most
kidding about it, guys.
exciting sort of one of the announcements you just weren't expecting, which is what I really liked about it. So
It wasn't leaked or anything. And
yeah,
so that's
exactly,
great.
exactly.
It was really well done. It showed how things were going to work.
And how successful Sea of Thieves is, because that costs a lot of money probably to do that.
Like
A license.
we have Disney involved in this now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney's
Yeah.
expensive.
Just
I mean,
a
you-
little bit, just not so much.
You have to imagine that we're probably not the only ones that kind of like are crying out for like a single player, separate instance kind of thing where there's no other players ruining your day or ruining your gameplay session. Like
Yeah. Hopefully
it
it's
can't just
co-op.
be us.
Hopefully it's like a
Here's the thing.
co-op private sort of campaign.
I hope so. Yeah, it looked like it was based on the trailer, but I
Yeah,
really do hope
like,
so. Yeah.
For what they showed, it gave me the impression that the areas where the trailer was happening were an outside map. Like you would go to a new area outside of the normal Sea of Thieves map where nobody else would go. Only you
Mhm.
and your crew. Stuff like that. It gave
Yeah.
me that impression, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's a lot of
There's
scripted events and stuff like that, like a
Like-
lot of cutscenes. So
Like there's no swamps on Sea of Thieves. There's absolutely no regions
Right.
there with swamps. So
Mhm.
yeah, there's got to be something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it could be a new map. Yeah.
that was
Worried about that.
fantastic. So let's move
day
on
one
to
playing
what's
that and
next.
streaming it, 100%.
So then next up they announced that Yakuza Like a Dragon is dropping into Game Pass today, day and date,
Yep.
right there with the show. And it's obviously free if you're a Game Pass subscriber. So cool. It was sort of teased the other day, and it's nice to finally get it
Get the
official.
confirmation of it.
Yeah. Fabio, move your mic from your mouth.
Sorry about it.
That's all right.
Yeah, this isn't an adult chat line right now.
He's
I've
doing
seen, like,
ASMR right now.
There's been like 3
Oh,
Discord
man.
chats pop up on my screen. There's comments on YouTube.
Dude,
Fabio's just oblivious.
this reminds me of like I don't know, man. Like I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but like I was on Twitch, they're getting bad. Like those streamers, they're getting worse. Like they're trying to cross the line. They're trying to make it more sexual, and I don't know.
Fabio's breathing is really going well with your.
That's why he's doing
rant
it.
right now.
Making the ASMR point, He's like, yeah, you see, this is what you gotta deal with right here. This is...
It's just
Everyone-
picking you up. You're like your audio's fine, but then like your breathing
It's
comes through
across the
really
line.
loud, which is
Yeah, it
weird.
never usually is.
No, it never
It's-
usually is.
Okay.
It's just
Oh,
really
damn.
is.
I'm sorry.
Trying to kill us now?
Maybe.
But what do you guys think about Microsoft Simulator with Top Gun DLC?
We'll
That's
get
gonna be
to
cool.
that.
Yeah.
We'll
We're on
get to
Battlefield
that.
right now. Slow
Yeah.
down.
Okay, sorry.
Spoilers.
Wait a second. We need to talk about more stuff before then.
So next
Okay.
We
up,
got Battlefield.
we got Battlefield 2042 gameplay multiplayer. Obviously, because it hasn't got single player. Looked really fun. Didn't look as nice as the stuff they showed the other day, but it looked really stupidly fun. Like when they're ziplining across the buildings and then
It looks.
they dive off a
intense.
building and stuff. It looks
Oh.
amazing.
I'm
Stupidly
I'm
honest.
gonna buy it. I think I'm gonna buy it. I don't
It looks like total chaos, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's
I
just you got
think
the
Probably get the
sandstorm.
10-hour free
you got
trial,
the,
won't we?
you got the
I'm a
tornadoes.
bit apprehensive, to be honest. There's so
If
many
you-
good multiplayer games coming out at the same time. I don't know if I could justify 70 quid on it.
It's expensive. But
10
if you
hours
can-
free though with Game Pass Ultimate because you get EA Play. You
If-
get 10 hours free.
Yeah,
If
that's
I
what I
can
mean.
if I can call in a tornado to attack someone, holy!
I don't think.
Crap.
I mean, what are you? The weatherman? Can't control tornadoes and stuff.
That's why I thought they were like
I
hinting
think
at.
those are just natural occurrences.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think in the map. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a little bit OP. Like, hey, let's just call it tornadoes. Like like a kill streak in Call of Duty.
I don't know. That's what I thought. I don't know.
But yeah, this looked awesome. This was right. So also, we forgot to say, they announced at the beginning of the show they were going to show 30 games off, and 27 of them were coming to Game Pass. Now this was one of the 3 that wasn't basically. So it looks great. It is just a shame it's not coming to Game Pass, but it's just life, isn't it? I mean, it looks
I
good.
mean, it'll eventually come to EA Play probably. So
Oh,
it'll be on Game
definitely.
Pass.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna play the 10-hour trial
Oh, definitely.
for damn sure, man.
To be fair, right, I bet you it's an EA game. Within the first month, it'll be on sale at like 25% off. It always is.
You think so?
So
Really?
play that 10 hours and then just buy it in the sale slightly cheaper. So
Yeah.
I know it's like I feel like that's what Ubisoft games are. It's like wait like a couple weeks, it'll be half off or something.
I don't know. Am I the
man.
only one here? Like, I don't know about you guys, but am I the only one here that's kind of a little bit upset about the fact that it doesn't have a campaign? Like, I know that Battlefield games don't
Yeah.
really necessarily have a good
Oh.
one usually, but like, just the fact that they're just, like, nah, it's just multiplayer, still full price, so screw you guys.
Yeah.
You don't get a campaign, even though it's like I said, it's not Call of Duty level usually, even though those campaigns are not always
It's
great,
like-
but.
Oh, it's like you're gonna charge another $10 and you're not gonna have a campaign.
yeah, we're
it's
gonna charge you $10 more for less. I mean, I
Yeah,
just
right.
want the
Oh,
option
no.
to have a campaign. I mean, maybe I'll not play it a lot, but it just
Right.
seems silly that it's. And then they're going to stick in DLCs and microtransactions and seasons and all that shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the fact that
You're gonna
Probably battle passes now.
but I'm so
Battle Pass,
confused,
yeah.
right? They've gone multiplayer only. Their biggest competition is COD, and the COD multiplayer only is free.
Yeah.
$70. You're gonna. It feels like they're trying to kill it in some way.
Well, just
Like-
Warzone is free, not the actual death matches and stuff like that.
I
don't
know,
think
but
that- that's
if
still you
if
gotta
a
pay for
kid's
that.
says I want to play COD or Battlefield, the mate's going to be like, well, COD Warzone's free. There's multiple
Right.
modes on COD Warzone.
Oh,
True.
We'll play COD
yeah.
Warzone.
That's if you like Battle Royale, which I don't. So I'd rather play Battlefield. Than,
True.
I mean,
but-
yeah, no, to each his own. Like, it's definitely a different kind of game. Different
is.
setting, different
yeah.
focus. But like, it's still like it's just a little bit upsetting. Like, why would you do that? Like, like we understand. They were like, oh, because we want to focus on what we do best, which is multiplayer and deathmatch stuff like that. And
Yeah.
like, okay, cool, but like, still, that doesn't mean that at least lower the price then. Like, make it $40 or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, come on.
Well, this
Yeah,
could be
I
a big
think-
mistake because remember Call of Duty did the same thing.
Oh yeah,
Black-
and people were
Black
pissed.
Black Ops 3 or whatever it was didn't have a campaign.
Black Ops 4, yeah. It just had
Yeah,
the
so it's
Warzone and
like-
like the Spec Ops missions,
think-
and I actually never ended up buying that one because I was like, it's it's like I
Oh.
know they're gonna make a new one down in a year, so none of my friends
Oh.
were interested in it at the time, so I was just like, I'm just gonna hold off on buying that one because it doesn't have a campaign, so it has no interest. I have no interest in
Oh.
that one, so
Like, I think we all agree that it is a mistake for them to charge $70. It doesn't matter how good and fun the gameplay looks.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
exactly.
And like I gotta be honest, because when they announced Battlefield 2042 is coming out, I was like, okay, whatever, a new Battlefield game, because the last Battlefield that I played and really liked was Battlefield 4, and then they brought the Hardline where they fucked up, and then Battlefield 5 where they fucked up again, and then I was like, whatever.
I
didn't
enjoyed
care at all.
Battlefield 5.
And then they decided to show off this gameplay trailer, and it got me really excited. So yeah, lower the
Yeah.
prices.
It's such a
please.
shame because I agree.
Because
Like they're back
I
on
wanna
form.
play this.
It's like Battlefield's back to what it did best back in the day, but bigger and
Yeah.
better. But they're like taking a massive trip getting there. They're like, look at this cake we've made. And they're going, oh shit, and throwing it all over the floor. So we're all gonna have to
Yeah,
scoop
yeah.
it up and eat all the crumbs because
They did say, to be fair, they did say that like that they're gonna like add story bits to like the maps and stuff like that. But like, who's actually gonna be paying attention to that when like during all this chaos that's going on? Like,
gives a shit.
oh look what I wonder what happened in
Well,
this house. Like it looks
maybe-
like there's like a dead body, but like you're getting shot at in the back,
Maybe-
during this whole time.
Like it gave me the impression a little bit, because during the trailer there were some comments of generals or some like written scripted dialogue, like watch out and go
Yeah.
go that way or something like that, or they are over there, something like that. And like it gave me the impression that they are going to try to add a story mode just like on Titanfall 1, just like Titanfall 1 did.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you guys think about it? Is this a possibility? Would it be cool?
I bet they don't. It's
I
just going to
think-
be all multiplayer. There's going to be
Yeah.
they're going to bring a battle royale. They've even said there's a battle royale coming after launch.
Yeah, but like I mean for the story bits that they may add in the future.
I don't think they'll do out. I think it's all just
Nope.
spin to just slightly get people off the negative that they've took out
Yeah.
half the game and
Maybe.
raised the price.
That's a
Maybe,
good point.
maybe.
That's a good
But-
point.
I think the game, if I'm being honest, might struggle. It's launching alongside COD, which will have a full campaign, updated Warzone, full multiplayer, and it's going to launch alongside Halo, which is going to be completely free on PC, Xbox, xCloud. It's got
Yeah.
2 massive shooters launched alongside it, and what are they offering? Multiplayer only, £70, and then you get season passes and DLC maps on top. So they're doing like the free-to-play pricing structure, but with a £70 upfront free.
It wouldn't
fee.
surprise me if they should have just said it was 70 quid up front at launch for like 2 months, and you get all the DLC, like the couple of season passes included. Then after that, it's free to play.
I mean, that
but
would
you
be
have
good.
to start from scratch, and you don't get all the free stuff. But clearly, they just want that EA money. That's what they want.
Yeah.
Random surprise mechanics and stuff like that. That's what'll be in it.
No surprise mechanics.
You might spend people might spend hundreds of dollars on this game.
Kinder eggs. Here's
well,
Kinder eggs with your Battlefield. That's what the $70 for.
Yeah, fair enough.
well, we'll move
Redeem a
on.
code.
We'll move on before we absolutely destroy Battlefields. They then showed the
12 minutes.
12 minutes, a bit more of that, which it seems to have been shown like every show for the last year and a half now,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's still not out, but
But it's finally coming.
it's finally coming. It's got a really good
I gotta be-
cast.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I gotta be honest, for this event, cool concepts, but I don't care.
Well, this
They
is
could
the
have
start
shown
of
this
like the
in another
10, 15
trailer.
indie minutes, wasn't it? Where it sort of
Yeah.
lulled a little bit in the middle, and we got a lot of indie games, which looked nice, but we had like the big massive hitters at the beginning and at the end, and then in the middle they just sort of
Yeah.
it was weird. I would rather have just done like that Idea Xbox for 10 minutes and like blasted us with like 30, 40 games from Idea Xbox like for like 10 seconds of each, but they didn't do that for some reason. So
Mhm.
we didn't even get stuff like what do you call it? Either Bright Infinite or do you know what I mean, or anything like
yeah.
that.
Bright
Yeah.
Memory Infinite.
Bright Memory
Bright
Infinite. They
Memory
didn't show
Infinite,
that. They didn't show a
like-
few
like-
games, which is odd.
Scorn
Yeah,
and
like,
then the
Scorn.
Gunk were missing as
Yeah.
well.
Gunk.
Yeah, those weren't there either.
But-
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
is there
that's
anything?
disappointing.
Is there anything else to talk about 12 minutes? Because like it was just a 38-second trailer. Literally, it was only 38 seconds.
I'm
I mean,
just
because
going back,
you know,
yeah.
like Ash said, like, you know, they've shown this in the past, and they've done like a more in-depth like dive into like the gameplay in the past. So they just really wanted to just have a trailer just to kind of, you know, announce when it's actually
Say
coming
the
out.
date.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
August
Yeah.
19th, 2021, for anyone who doesn't know. And it's coming to
That's nice.
Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Windows PC, and Xbox Cloud Gaming. And it's on Game Pass day one. So we'll move on to the next one. Like I say, it does look nice. It's something I'll
be
play,
playing
but I
it.
wasn't excited to see it again.
Yeah.
Does that make
Yeah, yeah.
sense? I would unless the Shadow dropped it.
Yeah.
So
Can you
then
imagine?
we got
Available right now.
Yeah, exactly. Then we got Psychonauts 2, which looked beautiful,
Great.
really nice.
Looks
Yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Still got to play number one. I'm a little bit ashamed of that to say that, but yeah.
Oh,
It's
I haven't
available on
played
Game
through
Pass.
one in
It's available on
ages.
Game Pass.
Yeah,
It's really
I know it
nice.
is. Yeah.
Really good.
it's not got
Holy
achievements.
shit.
Slayer ain't bothered.
no. No.
Apparently, this one has 37. I've heard.
I've heard from a really reliable insider it's got
Yeah,
37.
right?
If it doesn't, I'm going to look
That's
like a
right.
right twat, I know. But
And then it's going to be only 36 or 38, just to say that Ash was wrong.
if
Yeah,
it comes
right.
out that I'm right, I'm going to
Obvious.
have that on a t-shirt, like Xbox Achievements Insider. I'm just going to walk
Oh
around
my
Wow.
god.
brazen
Wow.
it like I know something. I did get this from
Psychonauts
official
2,
sources.
wow.
I'm not talking out my arse. I've shown you guys the pictures of the
Yeah, yeah.
conversation, so
No, you didn't. You didn't. You are talking out your ass, so that's it.
don't call me crap
It's
gamer.
lying to
Gamer
us.
would never lie to you.
Ash is Scrap Gamer 2.0.
Oh damn.
No, because I
You're
don't.
just-
I like
you're
all
just- don't-
consoles.
don't-
I don't flip flop about. So,
Don't
Yeah,
help him.
fair
You're
enough.
just helping him right now.
but yeah, it looks awesome. Psychonauts 2. It's available
does.
August 25th, so it's not long to wait. It's coming to
Yep.
Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PC, and Xbox Cloud Gaming, and it's on Game Pass. Xbox Series X and S are the only next-gen versions. You can play it on a PS5, but it's through backwards compatibility mode. They posted that out in a tweet later on and confirmed that. But the only true next-gen version is on the Xbox Series X and S. But it did look fantastic. But I like
I
that.
love the
Yep.
characters. The characters are so cool,
Yeah.
man.
The problem with this one, this is another one where we've seen so much of it. We knew it was coming. All we were waiting for was the date at the end.
Right.
That's it. So
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that. Even if it was just a trailer, it showed us a lot of gameplay. With that trailer.
yeah,
So
that
like,
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it.
Yeah.
that's the one good thing about this showcase. There was a large amount of gameplay and clips compared to just CGI. There was a couple of CGI trailers, and fair play, they were on like newer
Yeah.
games that aren't a long way off.
And
But there was a
and
ton
yeah,
of
most
gameplay.
and most of the gameplay was mixtured with cinematic trailers, but still, it worked for me. At least it worked.
And
I
and
prefer
the most
that.
important thing, not a lot of talking.
Yeah,
Because
And-
man, some
Yeah.
of those things from yesterday, man. Even
Oh,
Devolver
man.
Digital. I don't know about you guys, but 25, like what was it, 25 minutes of that whole skit in the beginning. That was just
yeah.
come on, man.
There was like 10 minutes
what
of
is
games
this?
and 20 minutes of
I'm
talking.
so
Yeah.
glad that
Mhm.
so glad Xbox didn't do something like a ridiculous like let's act out a game, like how they did with like
Oh, man.
Gears.
Get
They
outta
acted
here.
out they acted out Escape, or they acted out State of Decay, like running
Yeah.
from zombies. Just like, come on. I'm glad they didn't do that.
I mean, the only bit that
Yeah.
was talking was the Forza bit later on, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that
Yeah.
bad. It jumped
Well
and it
done.
was quick.
No,
We'll talk about that in a
that
bit.
it wasn't bad at all, to be honest.
No,
in my
but
opinion.
This is one good thing when E3 is digital. You don't get the awkward people sat on the stage with the computers like, am I supposed to be
Yeah.
playing this now? And I am
Yeah,
playing this
they-
game.
They didn't
Hello,
have
animal
they didn't
cat
have
thing.
like a bunch of like they didn't have a bunch
Oh,
of
God.
stupid like streamers going like, I've never even played Xbox before or something like that.
No,
Yeah.
that was on the Twitch Xbox showcase where they had the streamers that have never
Yeah.
played on Xbox.
Oh God,
I'm
yeah.
glad
that
they
was-
didn't do that, man.
One thing I did miss from this year's show, we didn't get the voice. They always go,
World
exclusive.
premiere.
Yeah, world premiere. I
I
missed him.
missed that.
Yeah.
He
I
just played a
missed that.
stupid sound instead. It's just like, that doesn't hit the same. We need to get that guy back next year.
Exactly.
I would doubt if people complained about that. That's why they took it out. Because people complain about everything.
I'm going to complain that they
who
took it
knows?
out. So I'm
To
gonna
be
on
fair-
Twitter later.
generic.
I feel though that because they were so focusing on Game Pass, literally after every trailer it said play this
Yeah.
on Game Pass. That was the
Yeah,
new
on,
world
yeah.
premiere. It's play this on Game Pass. But
Oh,
unfortunately, they've got to like hammer their message home because some people don't understand. And I bet there'll be people on Twitter right now arguing that these aren't all coming to Game Pass. These are coming to PlayStation. Like those people
Yeah,
that
they
seem to
are.
think that Godfall can't run on a PS4, even though it can, and it's been announced now.
Yeah.
Those sort of
Yeah.
those sort of like really, really, really stupid people, like they just want to argue and they're just dense. So they have
Like,
to put it on.
I never thought-
Unfortunately,
I never thought I would be able to see exactly the opposites of smart delivery. Instead of you buy the previous gen version and get for free the next gen, you buy the next gen version and then
Yeah.
now you get the previous gen.
but you have to then install the
they'll
last
charge
gen
you again.
version to copy the saves onto the cloud before uninstalling it to install your
Oh,
next gen
God.
version to download your cloud save so you can then play where you're up
Oh
to.
my
God.
god.
No way.
Yeah,
Their
that's
save
Final
transfer
Fantasy.
system is so painful.
Damn.
And you need the game installed. You can't even uninstall the PS4 version till you've put the saves on the PS5 version with some of the games, because
If you don't,
even
you've
though
lost your
you've got the
save.
cloud saves, it won't do it. So you've got to re-download it again.
Wow.
Just
Wow.
nightmare.
That's rough.
Oh. We'll move on. Then we had
Pete
Bethesda,
Hines, I
Pete
think.
Hines, from Bethesda come out and tell us lots of. There wasn't a lot here. There was
Yeah.
Doom Eternal is
Just
getting
updates.
120 FPS and
next-gen upgrade.
a next-gen upgrade, 120 FPS mode, 4K with ray tracing,
awesome.
a 60 FPS mode. I don't know. Did they announce the Bethesda games coming to Game Pass on the show, or was that after? Because I saw it on Twitter, but I didn't see
They
it on the
showed it on
Ah,
the
here we go.
screen.
Right
Yeah.
now. Here we go.
Yeah.
I got the list.
I
got
must
the list
I
here.
must have gone to the loo then, or to get a drink or something, and
There
missed
was,
that 2 seconds. So
I-
yeah, do you want to
I
read the
forgot
list
all
off?
of them.
Okay, I'll do it. So they showed off the next gen upgrade for Doom Eternal, and they also announced that Arx Fatalis is Araxa. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry, I'm butchering.
Arx
Fatalis
Fatalis,
is
I
coming.
think.
Thanks. Is coming to Xbox Game Pass PC. Dishonored: The Death of Outsider is coming to xCloud, PC, and console. Doom 2016 is coming to console and PC. The Evil Within 2, PC, console, and xCloud. Fallout 1, PC. Fallout 2, PC. Fallout Tactics, PC. Fallout 3, PC, console, and xCloud. Wolfenstein 2, PC, console, and xCloud. Rage 1, console, and xCloud. And Yakuza Like a Dragon, as we talked.
Yeah. So that joins the ever-growing library of Bethesda games coming to PC. Now, what made me most interested in that, though, they're bringing all the original Fallouts. Does that mean we're going to eventually get all the old school?
On console?
No, not on. Maybe on console, but
When?
I'm thinking more
Elder
the
Scrolls,
old
you mean?
school. Yeah, like Arena and stuff like that coming to PC
Maybe.
versions.
Daggerfall, Arena.
So
Arena
yeah,
and Daggerfall.
I mean they're not great games nowadays, but it'd be nice to have them on the system. So
Like, I think it's important for them to bring that to the system because it's just like with Bart's Tale, the first one. That's gaming history for you there.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's important to remember those games, especially.
Release those games on Xbox. Let's do it.
Yeah, I hope they make a console version of those games.
I bet they don't, but I really wish they would. It's
Yeah,
just,
they probably won't.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping
But
one
they
day
also-
they bring out mouse and keyboard, just general support, so you can just play whatever. But what were you saying?
Yes.
What else did they announce in Fabio?
Yeah, like they also announced 2 new expansions for Fallout 76. Expeditions the Pits, and Fallout 76 Still Rain
Yeah,
coming to it. One it will be released this year, the other one will be released next year for what I remember.
yeah.
And they also announced they talked a bit more about the Elder Scrolls Online console enhanced version.
18 million players, I think they said it had at the moment, which is amazing.
Yep.
So
I mean, this Tuesday, the 15th, that update, I think.
yeah.
Next
But
gen
like
update
they weren't
for
going to
PS4.
announce a lot about Elder Scrolls Online because the new expansion has just dropped. So
Yeah.
they're in
Yeah.
sort of current. But that game is beautiful, honestly. Elder Scrolls Online looks next gen already. It's beautiful, honestly. It's one of the most gorgeous MMOs I've ever seen in my life. Especially when you look at some of like the MMOs that were shown on the Gearbox. Was it Gearbox or one of those shows yesterday? No, the Amazon one on the Summer Games Fest. They both looked awful compared to sort of like Elder Scrolls Online and stuff like that. They just didn't look good. They looked old, like they were out of date already, and they're not even out yet.
Yeah.
And a big,
but with you, but
Oh,
a big hello
There's
to
a lot of
Sensei in the
world.
comments. How's it going, Sensei? Thank you for
what's
joining
up,
us.
Sensei? How's it
How
going?
did I
Did you
say
enjoy?
that?
Hopefully, you enjoyed the Bethesda showcase as much as we did.
Oh, I'm sure he
Um,
did.
One thing we didn't
I'm
mention
sure
is
he-
they also touched on that it's the 10th anniversary of Skyrim. So I'm assuming we're getting an Xbox Series X fridge port later this year or something like that.
No,
We're gonna
I
get
don't think so
something.
because, like, they just mentioned, oh yeah, Skyrim is doing 10 years, and you can celebrate that by showing us your best moments on Skyrim10years.com. something like
They're
that.
gonna
That's it.
re-release
Like,
it somewhere. It's gonna get a
Yeah.
next gen shiny patch,
Maybe.
or on release day it will get on the 10th anniversary. It'll get an FPS boost patch.
A
or something like
smartwatch
that.
version.
Yeah, smartwatch.
No,
Works on your
not
Fitbit.
a smart. No, not a smartwatch.
Runs off your.
Xbox mini fridge exclusive.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did anyone wait around after the conference for the Xbox
Yes.
mini fridge reveal? That was amazing as
Yeah.
well.
It looked beautiful.
And it's coming this year. So I dread to think the price of one of
Xbox-
those, but I want one.
Xbox and chill. Xbox and chill.
Literally.
Yeah.
I want the E3 jacket. Ooh.
The
But-
pit looks cool though. I believe that was a DLC for Fallout 3. I think.
Yes, and it's a sort
Yeah.
of basing
The
it
pits.
on that.
I played that. It was an awesome DLC.
It was, yeah.
So that's gonna be.
To be fair,
I think
all
that-
of what they showed for Fallout 76 looked good. I've not played
Yeah.
76 apart from at launch, but it all looked really interesting. So I
Well,
can't
they
complain.
finally hit their stride because they updated it with like a story mode finally, like a whole storyline, main quest and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like they added NPCs and it's pretty cool. Like I played it when it first came out and it was like okay, it's kind of cool, like there was a lot of it was just a bunch of like random world events that were happening. And now like when I played it, once they updated added the campaign into it, I started a new character just to kind of try it out fresh, and it was the beginning, the very very beginning when you start on the vault is is basically the same thing, but then like as soon as you come out, you hear like someone talking to you over the radio, and they're like, "Oh, come here, talk to me," and then it actually starts like a whole storyline. And I think one of the interesting little tidbits that I remember from it is that one of the characters is voiced by Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
Yeah, it was
I
kind of
know
cool. I was
that.
like, oh wow. Yeah, I was listening to some talk. I was like, his voice sounds very familiar. And then I was like, oh wow, yeah, that's him. That's Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
I guess with that game, like it just has like the bad overpriced microtransactions. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Now, did they announce anything else at the Bethesda show?
No.
No,
From
they
the
just
Bethesda part,
showed off
no.
like how good Elder Scrolls Online is. Though, like, look at this. This is an MMO. We're doing good.
Yeah.
Then we got another
We're doing good,
console
that's it.
launch exclusive, which was like a very weird sort of. I'm assuming it's a party sort of fighting game with like little
Yeah.
furry animal
It looks-
things. It looks weird,
yeah,
but I want to
yeah,
play
furry
it.
animals.
Yeah, it looks good.
I played
Oh, is
I
that
played
the
the demo
one?
on Steam,
Oh.
actually. It's a lot of fun. It's like think of
Nice.
like Gang Beasts, but just with like animals.
Yeah,
Nice.
it looked
A
like
lot
Game
of fun.
Beast. It looked like Game Beast.
And
It's basically
weapons.
Gang Beasts, yeah.
I got
Yeah.
excited when I
Weapons.
first saw it, thinking it was gonna possibly be a Fall Guys announcement that it was finally coming. Like they've got a date, and then when the animals popped up, I was like, oh no, this isn't Fall Guys at all. So I'm a little
But
sad
yeah,
we still
for
haven't
those
got.
who, but yeah, like for those who enjoy that type of game, and I'm sure I will try out.
It's on Game Pass though,
That's a-
so it'll be
Yeah.
it'll be a fun laugh one night
There's
to play
no-
on Game
This
Pass.
is
For
this is
sure.
a
There's-
really funny game.
This
Like,
this
there's
is
no
the
excuse for us
bonus.
to not
Yeah.
play.
This is the one good thing that Xbox do. Like, you'll watch this show and you'll be like, pretty much everything on this, I can literally, when it comes out, I can give it a go whether I want to buy it or not. Whereas if you watch anyone else's shows, like, I'm going to be like, do I want to buy that now? Like, when I watch Nintendo's this week, it's like, which of these games do I want to buy today? And then you have to decide. Like, I watched the Devolver show and I went to look at they announced they're making a physical game for the Switch that you can only get physical. They won't bring it out digitally, but it's limited edition. I was like, oh, I'll have a look at
yeah.
buying that. I thought I'll jump in queue and see how much it was. But with the postage on it was like $60 odd. I was like, no, I'm not that bothered.
I actually thought that was a joke. I thought
No,
they were
no,
just
it's
making
physical.
fun of like
And then they
I thought-
sold at the end of it. They sold a videotape for £1,000, didn't
I
they?
know.
Someone in the
That was- I
E3
thought that was
media
a joke
group I'm
too.
in, bought that. Someone in
Insane.
the E3 media group actually bought that for £1,000.
Wow.
A what is it? A non-fuckable tape or something like that. Something stupid. But
yeah.
they were taking piss out of NFTs, so someone actually went on and bought that. We then got Hades announced.
That looks
finally,
awesome.
Yeah.
this has already been out on the Switch and didn't it get nominated for like Game of the Year at the
It
Game
did,
Awards and
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Coming to
was
Game
nominated.
Pass when it finally releases on Xbox. I'm
Like,
not a
I
roguelike
think-
fan, but it looked cool.
It looks really nice.
That
I'll
looks
try
really
it.
good.
Like you said, it's on Game Pass, so
Yep. Still a shame that they didn't port Transistor yet over. I don't think that's ever gonna happen, unfortunately. But another good game from that developer.
What was next? Another console launch exclusive.
Somerville.
Let's have a look by Jump Ship. Sorry, I'm rewatching this. I forgot some of the bits in the middle, and I'm watching it as we go.
The next game is called Somerville.
That looked awesome. Yeah, that was the weird one where it was like an apocalypse or something like that.
Let me
but
ask
it had like
you.
a really nice
Oh,
art
is
style.
Jump Ship? Is that developer? I saw that. I didn't get to see the developer, and I was like, is this Playdead? Because it looks like Playdead.
Yeah, no, it's Jump Ship, but it looks ace.
It does.
Yeah.
I was like, this is like Inside. I was like, it looks very, very similar to Inside, like the gameplay, the graphics a little bit. I was like, this is Playdead, and I was like, you know, because I missed the developer in the beginning, and I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, this
Like,
is one of those indie games that really jumps out at me that I was like, I need to play this, and I'm so glad it's on Game Pass because I'll just jump straight in and not worry. Another, it's one that I don't think we'd heard about previously, so I can't complain. But it's like a weird apocalyptic sort of alien-y, invasion-y, zombie sort of looking storyline, but it just looks cool. And it
Was
looks
that
like
Atomic Heart? Or...
no, that was a bit later. Atomic Heart.
No, that's a bit later.
Oh,
this one, what was the name of it again?
Somerville.
Somerville.
Well, this one.
Oh.
I mean, look, just look at the gameplay. It looks like Inside.
Yeah.
Tell me not. It looks just like Inside.
Big hello to everyone that's listening to us live right now. If you're on YouTube, just click the like button. All the likes help us get noticed more on YouTube. So big thank you to everyone watching live, especially on a Sunday right after a really awesome showcase of games. I wouldn't want to be jumping on straight away. And then we moved on to what I wasn't expecting to be in the middle of the show, Halo Infinite. So yeah, wow, and it looks fantastic. They've done a real good job on the multiplayer.
They showed up. The big start of Halo on this conference was the multiplayer, but I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed what I saw. I really enjoyed also the campaign trailer that they showed off.
Yeah.
But how many teaser trailers are they going to show up instead of just showing what it's all about? Like,
they're not going to show gameplay now because of everyone giving them shit for it, and the fact that everyone's zooming 600 times in just to look and go, oh, this tree looks a bit blurry at 600 times zoom.
Right?
Why would you want to put your main program if they keep pumping out like trailers like that with a bit of gameplay mixed in with sort of like visual shots mixed in with a little bit of story video? You get a gist of it, and they don't face the wrath of idiots online. So I understand it in that sense.
Times the detail.
But here's the thing with Halo Infinite's trailer, about the multiplayer. They showed off a little bit of the gameplay there, of how the gameplay is going to work. Like, they showed there, and it looks really good. So if they improve the graphics, why are they still afraid of?
Well, they're showing it every month, aren't they? They've got the monthly updates to show the graphics off and stuff. The fact that you got that grappling hook in multiplayer looks so fun. Like when the grappling hook is and throwing it at people and that, it looks ace.
No, not just that, but using the hook to hijack vehicles.
Yes.
That was amazing.
That's going to be OP.
Where they were dropping in the new ships and the vehicles, I was like, this is going to be awesome.
They're going to have a lot of people rage quitting that game because of the grappling hook, probably.
Like, if
maybe they'll do it like thingy though. They'll do it like the other Halos where the grappling hook is a perk and it means you can't do something else.
Yeah, they've confirmed that's what it's going to be. So you can have that, but then you can't have like overshield and stuff like that. So
with that, I'm
like
grappling hook all the way for me.
Like, one of the things that I need to say about this is, if you watch the multiplayer review of Halo Infinite and you still want more, tomorrow there's going to be a Halo Infinite multiplayer overview on the Halo official channel. So go there.
Well, that's why they didn't show much then, isn't it? They're saving it for their side shows.
Maybe.
I don't think they needed to. This E3, it had
But
a
I
very
liked what
clear
I saw.
message. Yeah, exactly. What they showed was enough for me. I was like, I wasn't bored of it. I didn't like when they showed that extended gameplay at the start of the last show. I honestly got bored. I love Halo, but I don't enjoy watching Halo. I want to play it. Whereas this was a quick story thing that got me interested. I was like, oh, this sounds like it's juicy. It's going somewhere. And then they showed off the multiplayer, and it looked fucking amazing. And then they showed off like future plans, like it's going to have seasons and there's going to be new stuff added all the time and that. And I was like, that's enough for me for this show. Move on to the next thing. I am ready. I mean, it doesn't have to
But
show
again-
everything for me, and I like to see gameplay. I just don't need to see 20-minute gameplay in these shows. They save them, put them on at a side show, like show this now, like Nintendo were doing on Tuesday. They've got a 40-minute show, and then after the show, they're doing a 3-hour deep dive on the stuff they're showing in the 40-minute show. So if you like what you see, watch the extended playthroughs and developer talking then. But this 40 minutes is just going to be them like clicking the fingers and it being trailer after trailer, like this basically, and that's all it needs to be.
Like I gotta be honest. Like I just want to Halo Infinite to look, feel, for the story also to be told, and for the music to sound as Halo. I wanna have the experiences that I had when I was playing Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, and Halo 3. Like, and yeah, I do enjoy Halo 4 story mode, but I didn't enjoy Halo 4's multiplayer. I did enjoy Halo 5's multiplayer, but I didn't enjoy Halo 5's story. So don't fuck this up. This is like your third
I don't-
chance. If you fuck up, please fire a lot of people, including Bonnie Ross. I'm sorry because
Damn.
Wow.
But they did
I don't think
announce it was
anyone enjoyed
coming.
Halo 5's story, did they? Let's be honest.
What? Sorry?
Gash. I said I don't think anyone enjoyed Halo 5's story. It was
Like,
awful.
here's the thing. I had fun playing it. I did have fun playing it, and I like the concept of Cortana being a villain because she resurrected from the dead after Halo 4. But still, the way that they made the game was not very good.
No, I agree with you there.
Oh, crap.
But it did have a 2021 release, and it's shown. It didn't have an exact date. Now, if they don't do it on the anniversary of Halo, there's something wrong there, but that's just my opinion. But they were very coy. They didn't show a full release date. Maybe they're waiting
Well,
for
they
the
said
multiplayer beta beforehand to
Well,
see if
they-
production is changing.
Did
They
it me
said-
or did it look faster than other
Yeah.
Halo games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because of the trailer, but yeah, maybe they did make the gameplay faster. But like they told us that it was going to be released on holiday, this holiday. That's
Yeah.
all we got.
Yeah, no exact
And
date.
we also got that full confirmation that Halo Infinite's multiplayer is going to be free to play
And 120 FPS version as well.
Yeah.
with 100 FPS version. Yeah,
And it
That's gonna
looked
be
amazing.
nuts.
It
optimized
looked
for the Xbox Series console.
it looked amazing. It flowed like that guy when he pulled the grav sword to him and then was like samuraiing people with it. I was like, that is
Yeah, yeah.
amazing. I cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
It looked
They're
fantastic.
adding
Just,
they're adding a ray traced version after launch as well, aren't they?
It's right here. There you go.
There you go. Holiday 2021. It's
Something
coming to
like that.
cloud, PC, Xbox, and Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One.
Yep.
And then we're going to move on. What was next? Next was I can't even remember.
Diablo 2.
Yeah, they've remastered Diablo 2.
Good, man.
I was like, when they were showing the trailer, I was like, it's Diablo 1. It's 2. 1, 2. It's 1 or 2. I was like, what is going on here?
But this looked good. This looked
And-
really good. I'm definitely looking
It
forward
does.
to playing this.
Yeah, but like it does look
Eight-player
good, but I
co-op.
gotta tell you.
Enough said.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
insane.
yeah, we gotta play this. We gotta buy this and
Oh.
play this because yeah, this is a game that is not going to be available on Game Pass, sadly.
Yeah, this was game 2 of 3 out of what was shown that wasn't available on Game Pass. So it's optimized for Series X and S up to 60 FPS and stuff like that. Looks nice. depends on the price for me because, like I say, I've got Diablo 2. You can pick Diablo 2 up for like £1. It's not an expensive game anymore. So if they're going to charge like 60, 70 quid for a Diablo 2 remaster, they're going to have to wait for it. So hopefully it's like I'm hoping it's like a 30 quid game. So.
Ash, I think
I
they
doubt
will do it because it's Blizzard Activision.
True.
Yeah.
Do you remember Warcraft Reforged?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Even remember what they did with the players that bought the previous version of that game?
Yeah, that's why I haven't installed mine and played it in a while because they literally delete your original game and overrun it with crap.
Yeah.
But this does look good. This does look good. But like I say, it's not. This was one of the few I wasn't super fussed about. But it is coming this year, which is nice.
Yep.
We then got Plague Tale 2, or I believe
Requiem.
That was it. Yeah. Look nice. I still not played the first one yet.
Me neither. I have to get on that. Yeah.
But this is obviously made by Focus and Asobo, both two fantastic studios, and it's coming to Game Pass day one. But it does look good. Someone was on this saying it was Fable when I was watching.
I know. I thought so too until I saw the developers.
It was a river of rats. Like, what the fuck?
Like during the beginning, I thought this Fable, and then the woman said, "I need to protect my brother," and then this is Plague Tale.
It was the rats that gave it away for me. Honestly, just the massive sea of rats. I was like, damn.
Maybe
that's really bad. Holy shit. You would be dead. You'd just be like,
good, though.
Yeah, the graphics on this are absolutely amazing. They've done such a good job.
You will be dead not even from the plague, it's just because of the massive amount of rats.
You'd be crushed by the rats, and then they'd eat you.
Yeah, I think you
get scared, and then you die, and then that's it.
So this is coming out in 2022. No exact date announced, except that it is coming to Game Pass. And it's next gen only as well. It's Xbox Series X and S, Windows 10, and Xbox Cloud Gaming. Then we got, there you go, look, play it day one with Xbox Game Pass. They needed a bloke saying it every single time just to really, hit it home.
Yes.
And then we got another look at Far Cry 6, which has already had its own showing at Ubisoft's own show.
Totally unnecessary, in my opinion.
Yeah, the only reason I think they've done this, and I understand why they do this, because some people will watch this who don't watch anything else. So they won't have watched the Ubisoft show, and they'll be like, "Ooh, Far Cry, it's coming to Xbox." But the fact that it's not Game Pass, they should have literally had a showcase where it was all Game Pass. They could have cut the 3 out that aren't on Game Pass, and it would still have been a good show. They may as well have added like 3 indie games that are currently coming to Game Pass, which haven't been shown, and said, here's 30 games. Every single one of these is coming to Game Pass day one. But maybe they have to because of the marketing rights. Obviously, Xbox has Battlefield marketing rights. I'm assuming they've got Far Cry ones. It's probably part of their contract. It has to get put in. But I preferred it previously when they did it. Was it a show or two ago? And they had a section at the beginning, and then after the couple of trailers, they went, right, from now on, it's all on Game Pass. I would have rather they'd done that, got Battlefield and Far Cry out of the way, and let's just go. But I mean, Far Cry looks nice, but yesterday they announced DLC for it before the game's even out, and I hate games that do that. I'm quite vocal.
Don't get me wrong, it does look good, and I'm sure that the gameplay is going to be fun and all of that jazz. But during all the trailer, for me it was just it's so unnecessary. Why is this being shown here? Where's In Exile? Show us more things from your studios instead of putting this.
Yeah,
I know. You have 23 studios. What the fuck?
I would rather have seen more of Scorn, The Gunk, and another game that's due on Game Pass as
Bright Memory
in the next few months. Yeah, or Bright Memory. Yeah,
because they've just said that they just showed off how good it's looking. Bright memory. I'd have loved to have seen more of that in action.
Yeah,
I know
that's going to GameSpot, isn't it? GameSpot doing the trailer for that during E3 or some stupid like that. Just have it at the Xbox show.
I know Scorn has disappeared. Some games have just disappeared.
I honestly think they're probably being. No, what's weird though? After the show, they actually announced that it is coming this year. Scorn. It was in the. They released like a Game Pass lineup for the year, and Scorn's in there. So whether he's just not at the right point to show it, and he hasn't been able to get a trailer ready, which is fair play if it's been done by a smaller team. But
they did like a 12-minute playthrough earlier this year on IGN of Scorn.
Well, it's been out for a while on PC, if I believe. They're just
What's so hard? Like, do you guys know why it's so hard to make a trailer? Why is it so hard to do that?
To make it, because you've got to make it look good.
Oh.
Well, next up, they then announced Slime Rancher 2, which looked fantastic.
I don't remember you telling me about the first one.
Yeah, the first one's currently on Game Pass, and it's one of those weird chill games where it's just like a farming and like pet raising simulator, basically. And you're basically putting slimes together to breed other slimes and kill chickens and eat chickens and stuff. But that's been announced. There was a 2022 release date. Game Pass day one. It is next gen only, weirdly, because it doesn't look next gen only, but it is coming to Xbox Series X and S, Windows 10 PC, and Xbox Cloud Gaming with Game Pass. Hopefully, it's an improvement over the first, which was solid enough. It's just I don't know where they'd go with number 2 really, but it looked cool. Then they announced another console launch exclusive from Phone Punch, which was the snowboarding game that I can't ever remember the name of, which is like Shreddit or something like that.
Shredders
or Shreddit or something like that.
Shreddies.
Shreddies.
Yeah.
Now Shreddies. I love what you did.
And it looked okay. This is one of those trailers that didn't really do anything for me. It looks nice, but it wasn't the best of trailers.
It didn't. I don't even could consider that it looked that good, because after Riders of Republic,
I know, right?
I didn't get excited for this one.
No.
I want to play Riders Republic. I don't care about this other one.
But
yeah, I was slightly hoping this would be like an SSX Tricky
AMP 2 or AMP 4 or whatever AMP is now. Because AMP on the launch for 360 was bad, but it was so bad it was good. It wasn't a good game, but it was. Did you play AMP on the launch of the 360?
Oh, AMP?
Yeah, there was.
I did, yeah.
It was good, but it wasn't very good, and it was sort of cringy. But it was that sort of time when like Tony Hawk's was like underground and stuff, and it was just over the top stupid. But it was just so bad it was good to play. I'd love another one.
Okay.
Shredders, it's called Shredders, yeah, and it's got a photo mode by the look. I mean, if you're into the extreme sports and snowboarding, you're going to get a kick out of this, and that comes out in December for 2021. And it's coming to Game Pass, and it's only on Series X and S, which is another one. It looks like it could run on both, but I'm not one to judge.
Yeah.
At least we're getting games. Play it day one with Xbox Game Pass.
They just need to make a new snowboard, kids. That's the only snowboarding game you need.
Yeah, but
the game was the best.
But after Riders Republic, there's no point for me to play this.
Riders Republic I'm buying that. The game's awesome.
I will try it out. But yeah, I'm gonna play it like 10 minutes, and maybe I'll like it, maybe I won't.
I mean, I like the idea of Riders Republic, but Riders Republic looks like a game that's gonna suck if no one else is playing it. It looks like it depends on a large amount of people playing it. Even if they're not, it's gonna be pretty crap. But we'll see when it comes out.
Well, I gotta be honest, I only care about the 6 of us playing it.
Yeah, I think that's enough, honestly. I don't think you really need to care about other people. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Sensei, you are invited to play with us. That's it.
This looked great, Atomic Heart.
Yeah, then Atomic Heart came there.
Yeah.
I saw it before, it didn't really grab me, but then on today's show with the over-the-top Japanese music playing, I was like, yeah, I'm in. This looks amazing.
And this is coming to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Windows PC, and Xbox Cloud Gaming. Day one on Game Pass, obviously, as we've had all 3 games. I'm not going to say coming to Game Pass day one now, because they all are. But, yeah, I thought... I've not seen this before, but at the beginning I was like, what the fuck is that weird thing with the head open up, running around?
Yeah, I was
and
like,
then,
what is that, roly-poly-oly or something?
yeah, and then it just got crazy, and I was like, this is awesome. So... it's one of those weird games I didn't think I'd need, but if it's on Game Pass, I would definitely play it.
Yeah. It looks good too. Graphically, it looks,
graphically,
really nice.
It
really
looks
nice.
good too. Yeah.
Then next up, we had another console launch exclusive, which means timed.
Replace is the name of it.
Right. I didn't really get this one, I don't think. If I'm trying to remember
it looks good. It looks good, but I don't know what to say. I don't know what would it be all about. Like, does anyone got anything from it?
Just
It's the one I'm thinking of. I think this is the one I like the most.
It's like
a
a 2D
realistic
indie
pixel
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with combats and all that jazz.
It has like pixel graphics, but also like the environments look realistic a little bit, slightly.
Yeah, they look. You see
Yeah.
the lighting when it goes round. It's like 3D environments, but then it's not because it's also pixel art and 2D. And I thought this looked amazing. Again, it's one of those art styles that I really like. I think it just at times it looked beautiful.
Yeah, it did look nice.
Yeah,
I didn't really get what was going on. I wasn't really paying attention too much, but I'm definitely interested in it. Do you know what I mean? It's just, especially with Game Pass, it's something I'll be able to pick up and play. It's one of the joys of Game Pass at the moment, being able to play games I wouldn't. Like, I've just been playing that Observation today. That's really cool. I wouldn't have bought it, but it's a fun little game to play. Very artsy, and it's got its own little style and gameplay. And that's what Game Pass does the best, I think. So,
You look at this on the screen; it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
watching.
it looks
Yeah,
fantastic.
Looks pretty cool.
I'm watching Replaced right now. Yeah, it looks good. It looks almost like Cyberpunk a little bit.
Yeah, like that bit there with the
world.
lighting going around the
Yeah.
hotel and stuff. It's just
Yeah.
and that's 2022 and coming to Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Xbox Cloud Gaming.
Yep.
So that's definitely one to keep an eye out. Definitely. Then we had an Xbox Game Studios announcement, which was Grounded is getting a new update called the Shroom and Doom update. The update itself didn't really do anything for me massively. It didn't seem to be announcing a whole lot of stuff in it. Like it was like bug fixes and chairs and a bigger spider.
Well,
but the main important thing.
It was funny.
It was funny when they turned it down into a ball for like people that are scared of spiders. But the only thing that appealed to me was the achievements at the end. I was like, right, we need to start playing this at the end of June when they had them.
Yep, finally you can play it.
And honestly, when I last played, it didn't have swimming or anything
achievements.
like that.
Yeah.
And pets, I forgot you get pets as well. So
That spider, holy, the mother brood or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Oh
Brood
man,
mother,
that's
yeah.
terrifying.
I honestly thought the shroom thing you were going to get like hallucinogenics and stuff like that, and they were all going to start hallucinating and stuff, but it didn't do anything. So I was a bit disappointed.
Yeah,
about that.
well, that's why they said not those kind of shrooms.
Yeah, they mentioned that. Yeah, because we know what you were all thinking. But the game's gonna be good. I think it's. Really
just
it looks
loved
really good.
I just loved how they were like doing that. Now we are adding an update that where everyone asks for it, and now we are doing something where nobody asks for it.
But it's
I just love how they did that.
The update's coming June 30th, and it's still in game preview, so it's not going to be full release. But yeah, I enjoyed Grounded when we played it when it first came out, but it was limited, so I'm looking forward to playing it now with like the water.
It was missing achievements.
And the achievements. I just like to be rewarded with insignificant imaginary numbers. I don't feel satisfied if I don't get my achievements.
You're like a rat in a maze with a bit of cheese. That's
what you are.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm the same. I'm the same.
Like Ash needs to pop up one achievement before sleeping. We know that.
I've done it today. I've already done it today, so we're all good to go.
So you're good to go. Yeah. Nice.
Fun fact: do you want to know what my current total is? Here we go.
Your streak?
My streak. Hang on, my
Okay,
achievement streak.
should
178
should we
days.
go
I
in?
have not missed
Jeez,
getting an
man.
achievement a day. I'm on
You said you're gonna
2,000.
end after a year, right? 365.
I don't think I'll hit 365 because I'm supposed to be going on holiday 2 days
Xcloud.
before. Well, this is the
Yeah.
thing. I'm going to go on holiday 2 days before the year's up, abroad, hopefully, depending on COVID in the world.
Mhm.
I don't know if the xCloud or it'll have internet or anything. I'm going to try, but we'll see. But if not, if I
Starbucks.
can...
Wow.
Hey guys, can I
Starbucks.
buy a cup of coffee and then borrow your Wi-Fi for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I gotta play this quick little indie game.
I'll just buy a Ratalaika before I go, so I can just literally every day I'm away for a week, just get one achievement in like 2 minutes
Yeah.
every day. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it's a hard life.
Holy
It's a hard
Hey,
life.
wife, I just gotta
Wow.
just give me 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and we can go do whatever you want.
I was hoping that they were going to show like an xCloud update at the show. you
I'm
know.
surprised we didn't get any backwards
Oh.
compatibility updates or anything. I hope we get
that was a
something soon.
shame.
I think
Maybe
it'll be an
they'll do.
article.
Yeah, I think there'll be a Monday drop or something at some point soon.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Mm.
I'm so
No
disappointed.
Fable announcement. No backwards
No,
compatibility.
No acquisitions.
Yeah.
No studio acquisition.
The fact
yeah.
that Phil didn't show up till the last 10 minutes, I was like, right, he's coming out and he's gonna like pimp walk it with his cane. He's gonna be like, he bought
Right.
someone else, and he didn't. He pimp
Yeah.
walked out. He did a
Got
good
these
announcement.
guys.
No.
Backwards
Yeah,
compatibility news and Fable
Yeah.
remastered. Fable
Didn't-
Trilogy remastered. Let's
didn't
go.
get anything. That's the only
No.
downside. Like the whole show was good, and I
Yeah.
loved it, and I was into it, and everything I saw I would play,
Wait.
literally everything. But the fact that there was none of those, which sort of like are E3 staples
Like a-
now, make me sad.
I'm a bit spoiled, aren't we?
We have.
Shouldn't we just talk about these after talk about all the trailers and topics? God damn it!
No, people
What
need
the
to know
hell?
how
remember,
sad we
we're
are.
We're the off-topic podcast. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
We're slippery, like KY, remember?
He's not here today. We've got to make up for it.
For
I'm
sure.
bored.
So next up, they announced Among Us is coming to all platforms on June 15th. It's getting an
15-player
update.
lobby.
Wow. 2 days. I thought it was
This is
July
what I didn't-
15th.
No.
Yeah, this
I
is what I
missed
it.
didn't
No.
get. It says June 15th here. Then later on, it says
No.
Among Us isn't coming till later on Xbox.
Right. Well, that's
No,
stupid.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, because it says, hang
Right.
on, it says update coming to all platforms.
Yeah, and then at
It's
the
an
end, it gives
update
a
that's
different
coming.
date.
No, but
the
because it's an
updates-
update. It's an update. The current update is coming to all available platforms, but it's actually not coming out to Xbox until later. So it's just the
Yeah.
update that's coming to all
Yeah.
current platforms.
Yeah,
so,
it's
like,
very bad marketing. It's like they asked to
Yeah.
make 2
Yeah.
trailers, basically.
Trash.
It doesn't even give you a date. It just says coming soon.
Like like the biggest feature of this update is 15-player lobbies.
Yeah,
That's
with
it.
5
Like,
bad guys or 3 bad guys or something like
nice.
that.
Like nice. Why did?
Yeah,
you
this was
show
one of those
these
ones that I
ones
didn't see the
here?
point in showing. But
Another one. Another
Yeah,
one.
especially
just
because they
like
didn't have
Far
like
Cry
a
6, I'm
date.
sorry.
Yeah, like no date. Like,
No.
come on.
coming soon.
Yeah.
I prefer that Dead
I
Winter game anyway. I think that's better.
You what?
That game, is it Dead Winter or Cold Winter or something it's called?
Yeah,
Stupid like
yeah.
that on thing. I think that's better.
Project Winter, I think it's called.
Project Winter. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's better than.
I tried it
Nice.
and I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and then everybody
Yeah.
just killed each other. We all got
That
murdered,
game,
and that was
yeah.
it.
That game was, I don't know. I think was it who did I play with? I don't know if it was you guys or play with one of my friends, but I played it for like 2 hours and I was just like, what is happening? I don't know what I'm doing.
Me either.
We'll have to have a game, Musla, and I'll show you the ropes.
Yeah, I bet
Okay.
you will.
I think you do have to. I think that's a game where you have to play with people who know what they're doing. It sounds like always it's a mess.
Well, it definitely is a game where you need to play with friends and not randoms, because like
Yeah.
that, like I played with like 2 or 3 friends, and then the rest were randoms, and we literally they all killed us. Like we
Yeah.
were just like, oh well. there
You
we
have
go.
to use game chat as well. If you use party chat, it ruins the game. Because when it's one of the rare games that still do it where the audio is louder when you stood next to somebody, and as you get further
Oh, it's a
away, the audio
proximity-
drops off. Yeah,
Proximity
so
audio.
you could take people off and say, "Oh, there's someone over here. I need 2 people to press a button," and then you murder the other person unless anyone's nearby. They don't hear you calling out that you're being killed. But you can also swap bodies. So on the floor, you can press a button and you become that other person, and their gamer tag shows above your head. and you're
Oh,
wearing
wow.
their clothes. So if someone knows you're the murderer, you can murder someone else and pretend to be them, which I did. But then when you're stood with your friends in a house, you've got to kind of, they're all talking, you're mute. Because, you give the game away as soon as you speak. Just trying to pass yourself off as this other person. It's great.
That sounds pretty
That
cool. We'll
is
definitely have to
awesome.
schedule a day for that.
And that game kind of is better because you can die from the environment and animals can
Yeah.
kill you as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, it has an interesting concept, but like I said, I just didn't understand what I was doing.
Me
The first
either.
time I played, I was just like, okay, this is like, I don't know, it's weird.
We then got 2 JRPG style games that I can't pronounce.
How to?
Eiyuden
Yeah.
Chronicle 100 Heroes.
Never heard of them. Yeah.
And Eiyuden Chronicle something else, I believe. There wasn't
Let me see. It's just
Something Rising.
yeah, the first one they didn't. They showed lots of
Heroes.
like
Chronicle
2D
Yeah,
character
100
artwork,
Heroes.
and
Yeah,
it
is-
looked very, very RPG maker looking. Their stories will be
like-
spun into a force that reshapes history,
like
and it looked quite cool. Like it looked sort of what's that game that Octopath Traveler is?
Yeah.
The one looked exactly like it.
Yeah, the first
It
one
does,
looked like Octopath
except for the
Traveler.
graphics, slightly different, but because the
Like-
character model is a little bit different, but everything else looks just like Octopath Traveler.
Which is
Yeah.
odd because they
But
announced a
yeah.
Dragon Quest Octopath Traveler looking game the other day as well. So it's like everyone's doing Octopath Traveler graphics now. So
Yeah,
very strange.
I mean, Octopath Traveler is
yeah.
a beautiful game.
oh yeah,
it is very nice.
It says here there it is Eiyuden Chronicle Rising coming 2022 and Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes coming 2023.
wow. And they're coming to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Windows PC, and Xbox Cloud Gaming. Yeah, someone will play them. Someone's probably really happy about that.
I just loved how it was like, yeah, someone will play them. Like,
It's nice to get those sort of things. I'm glad we're getting more of these on
Like-
Xbox. I'd love to get more. I tell you what, we didn't get. Where the fuck was Persona?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got
Yeah.
Yakuza, but they could have gone, here's Yakuza, and guess what? Here's Persona as well. Jim Ryan's probably ran out with a big fat bag of money banging on the door. Atlas, let us in, let us in. I've got some money for you. Keep it off. Oh.
yeah.
And then we had,
Moving on with the Essence
yeah, again, which looks amazing,
again.
but they've already shown it and told us it was coming soon, so
We already knew that. That's it. Like,
yeah.
Dude,
It wasn't
game's
even a
gonna be
new
on
trailer
console.
either. They've used the
game's
same
gonna be
trailer
awesome.
3 times.
Yeah. Okay. So shall we move on then?
I'm
Yeah.
letting it catch up. So for those that are
Yeah.
listening, the Ascent is coming on July 29th. Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC and Cloud with Game Pass. So that's cool, but we already found out about that like a month ago. Then we got another Xbox
Yeah.
Game Studios game, which was Flight Sim. And
No,
it's not. It's not.
No.
It's not, was it?
Age of Empires.
Age of
4.
Empires 4 was next, and it wasn't on console, so
PC.
Sadly.
Boo.
it looks good.
And then, right. And okay, it does look good, but why the fuck don't they work on it to put it on console? Like, just put it there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they made Halo Wars on console. Why can't they?
Exactly.
I'll play it
then-
either way. I love Age of Empires, but
Yeah.
it doesn't
Same.
look any different to the last few. It just looks like a shinier version. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact they've
Yeah,
announced
but
like a
that's
remake
all
of
that matters.
number 3 as well. I want some Age of
Yeah.
Mythology next, please. Now we've caught up. Let's have Age of Mythology and an Age of Mythology remaster. Thank you very much. That was
Imagine
much
if
cooler.
only
Yep.
Age of Mythology was ace.
the Titans in that game.
Yeah,
oh, man,
exactly. It was
So OP, but
so
so
good.
fun. Just stomping on towns and stuff.
We used to play it at the LAN center I used to run. We used to have this one guy, and he used to always want to play, even if we didn't. So what we do is, when you're in the lobby, you distract him so one of us could press all the enable cheats, and then we'd start the game, and he'd be like, "How the hell have you got so many minutes?" Because I'm literally just pressing respawn and all these people.
Oh
And
my god.
I had like max villagers, and I didn't build an army. I just had that many villagers. I walled him into his own base. So I went into his base. and I walled up every single bit around every building he had. I put a wall around it, a wall around it, a wall around it, and he couldn't get out. And he had to quit in the end because I had that many
That's
villagers.
funny.
I just walled him up, and I just kept spawning more villagers
Oh.
like en masse, and they were building walls like instantly. So as soon as he knocked one
Yeah.
down, I built up, and he couldn't get through eventually.
Oh man.
And it was swarmed by villagers, which was hilarious.
And he probably wasn't destroying them right away because you had instant build, but there was like no instant destruction. I'm guessing.
No, I wasn't insta building. I wasn't using a cheat for
Oh,
insta
you
build. There was just that
weren't?
many
Okay.
villagers. They were building them sort
Oh,
of
okay.
straight away. So he'd kill a couple, and then like 50 villagers would just swarm his village and build a wall around it. And I'd build like
This is
6
Zerg.
or 7 walls
Hard
around
grab
his each building, and he couldn't get out. Oh, I laughed. He didn't, but I laughed so hard.
Oh man.
Winners don't cheat, kids. Winners don't cheat. You just enjoy yourself more.
How often did you get away with that? Like I can't imagine.
At
like,
least
after the first
once.
or twice.
We used to do like all night gaming sessions at least once an all nighter, maybe twice.
Yeah, but like, would he like fall for this like every week or every time you played? Like
Yes.
you just.
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
What the hell, man?
I don't think he realised the little button that said cheats enabled at the bottom. So
Oh, okay.
and like you can spawn like a monster truck and drive a monster truck around. It's like, what the
Oh yeah,
fuck's
that
going on?
that I know.
This
That
monster
was
truck
like
driving
also, like,
around.
in Age of
Oh.
Empires 2, I think they had like the Viper, the Dodge Viper car.
Yeah,
looking, where it like shot out rocks. It was
But,
so
like,
funny.
yeah, absolutely hilarious, honestly, but fun. I miss playing Age of Empires multiplayer. It's so good. That's something we should play one night on PC. Age of Empires 2 HD. Amazing, and they've added so many new things to it, so many new races and armies and stuff. It's immense how much they've given those games to say they're old. It's
Wow.
one thing that studio is amazing. They keep bringing new content out, and they've announced new DLC for Age of Empires 3 that's been out like 15 years, and it's getting
Yeah,
new
and it's no longer
DLC.
Ensemble, right? It's a
Damn.
different studio.
Yeah, no, it's same. It's whatever the Age of Empires studio is now, World's End or whatever it
Remember,
is.
Ensemble was, I think, the
Yeah.
last.
Mhm.
Kind of.
Then we got
Previous
another Xbox Studios
Studios.
trailer, and it wasn't
This
really a
one
trailer of
I
anything.
wasn't- like I wasn't expecting this at all. When
No.
they were showing off, like when they showed the logo, I was, what? I thought they just announced the last DLC ever, and then
Yeah.
it came out like Outer Worlds 2 already.
But they literally said we don't even know what the game's going to look like or what it's going to play like or who's going to be in it.
Yeah.
But we know this is the name of
They were
the game, so here it is.
The
Which-
best trailer of the night.
I
It was
thought
so
it was
funny,
I
the
thought it was
whole way
Fable when
through.
the plant opened at the
Yeah.
beginning. And I was like, is
Very
that Fable with the
honest.
plant? And then suddenly there was the
Yeah.
giant monster. I was like, no, this isn't Fable.
No, it's not Fable. Yeah.
If it
It
is,
was
they're
just so
very
funny.
highly
Like, it was-
deviated.
Fable in space.
Well, it's funny because they made fun of themselves. You know, they're like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
typical trailer of your hero walking around. You know, like they just made fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panning out to see the world.
Here, like we go
Yeah.
to super slow mo because it looks cool, and then
Yeah.
Epic, an epic
and
journey.
then and
we
then
show you
out
the
of
back of the
nowhere,
character because we haven't finished the
and then-
front.
yeah, really.
Every
Yeah,
game
I
is
didn't.
it's
But
true.
like
that every game is an epic journey.
I literally had no
I
idea
like
what
it.
this game was until the part where they showed the moon with the little.
Yeah,
the little
exactly.
mascot.
yeah,
moon. I was like, oh okay. Oh, I
But
will
like
too.
it-
Okay.
but like I was kind of, I'm still kind of surprised. Like really already Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah.
Are-
Was it
are
like
they,
2 years
like,
old? Not even.
Yeah, 2 years old. Like, are they working on a vault?
Well, they
Like,
have different teams, I
what
think.
the fuck?
Yeah, there's
We
We
different
hope so.
teams, so I wouldn't worry about it. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
That game could
but
be 2 years from now or something like that. Who knows?
no,
Oh.
not 2 years. I think it's going to be more, to be honest.
Probably more. Yeah. It'll come when it comes.
But yeah, it was the most honest trailer that I ever saw, and
Yeah,
yeah, it got
it
me
was.
excited for it.
You can't really make fun of it because they already made fun of it. You can't,
Yeah.
So you can't. They took power away from fanboys, basically.
Yeah.
They're like, well,
yeah, and
we
like
already
it's
did.
basic- I think Obsidian, they have a team where they have always the same people to make the marketing for their trailers, because this trailer and also the Grounded trailer were they both were really funny. So yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And then we got
So it's
another.
they say when you make fun, if you laugh at yourself, you take power away from idiots because they're just like, oh, I guess I can't make fun of you because you already made fun of yourself, and you're comfortable with yourself, and so you can't make fun of someone who's comfortable with themselves because you can't hurt them then.
Like I loved how people with their console war bullshit will be saying we got Outer Worlds 2 Xbox exclusive, and that's it. And then PlayStation fanboys will brag about, yeah, but that is coming out 2025 or something like that. And yeah, it is. The trailer told us that they have no idea how this is going to work.
It's okay because
not
they'll
lying.
shut down the Grounded team to help listen to Roy McCaffrey. It'll be fine.
Then we got another announcement from the Xbox Game Studio, which was a console exclusive as well. So that's
Microsoft's Flight Simulator.
yes, and it looked great.
Yeah.
Finally, it doesn't look like it's been downgraded too much compared to PC, which is good.
But it's not. It says it's not coming to Xbox One, right? It's just Xbox Series X and S.
Yeah.
So,
which is good.
Interesting.
And
it
then
wouldn't be able to run, I don't think.
Oh my god, it would have been 10 frames per second.
And then we didn't get what you call it. We didn't get Tom Cruise in Starfield, but we did get Maverick in Top Gun in Flight Sim at the end.
What do you think that's going to be? Is it going to be a story?
No, it's just going to be the planes.
No, just a skin.
No, just the planes.
Just the jets.
Yeah, it's just the planes.
Okay.
It's tying in with the new
just
Top Gun film that's been rumored. Well, it's been supposed to be coming out for the last decade because they keep delaying it.
I just want it to be a skin and with the movie soundtrack.
I want it to be a game when I can eject people out and they die when I eject them out the top. The true Top Gun experience.
Like Fabio, come on, ride with me,
Yeah, ride with me, Fabio. This character just goes, that's it. Goose Simulator.
At least have the music in it.
I just want to have a danger zone while playing this.
Just put Spotify on your Xbox and stick it on. I'm gonna
do Spotify. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Seems like a lot of effort. They should have done that for us.
Exactly.
Every time you're in it.
Yeah.
One of the achievements should be like doing a flyby past the tower and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's just not. But it's finally come in. It's a bit later than I thought. July, isn't it? 27th of July.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But still, it's coming within the next month and a bit. So the fact that I found out recently we can all play this together is ace. We can all just go for a fly randomly. Yeah. That sounds so fun. Yeah. We should so do that. We should go visit each other's houses. Like there's Gina's house. There's Fabio's.
Just crash.
Yeah.
There's that.
Hey, did you feel it? I just crashed into your house. Did you feel it? Did you feel that?
I want to go to like Egypt and shit, like places that I'll never go to. You know, like that's where.
See if you can land down the side of a pyramid.
Oh man. Or take off on the side.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I want to go visit. I want to go find like storms, like tornadoes and shit.
Are they in the game proper storms? Can you actually fly into them?
They do track the real storms, so it's accurate weather. You can actually track storms.
That sounds amazing. Nice. We'll definitely have to try that. Nice.
Do they have the Bermuda Triangle? I want to visit that.
Yeah.
They do, but
it doesn't find the hole at the South Pole.
Why are we not going to the North Pole? I want to find Santa.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the Santa Claus movie. There's that pole sticking out the floor, exactly where it is. Don't lie to me. Oh, I bet that's a DLC somewhere. It's like a sleigh that you can fly. If there isn't, please someone make that. You're missing out on a good money there.
I think I'm gonna
press the button and presents fall out of the back of it.
Yeah, I hope the mods work on it.
Didn't they say that like you can like play it like where it's like basically teaching you how to fly a plane, or you can like make it easier? I thought like there's
different game modes. You can play like a basic mode, or there is a really sort of like you have to flick every button and switch all the time.
I want the complicated one, dude. I think I'm
Hell
gonna be
no.
really
I don't.
into
I
that.
just want to press trigger to go forward and turn
Yeah,
left and right.
same.
Oh, so you
I'm okay
want
with
an
that.
arcade mode? That's
Yeah,
what
I'm
Yeah,
using
that's
I'm using
I'm
this
okay
as
with.
just to drive around and fly around and look at stuff. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
And
I
crash into
wanna-
Fabio's
I wanna
house.
learn.
At most, I'll
That's
do LB and RB to adjust my flaps.
Yeah,
That's
that's
about
it.
Okay.
But it does look
I gotta
fantastic.
learn, man. I gotta learn how to fly just because in case the world comes to an end, then I'll be a pilot for the apocalypse. you know?
Yeah, sure.
Until you run out of
Sure.
fuel,
Yeah.
and then you're buggered.
Yeah, right.
Keep that same energy, okay?
And as you've
Uh,
watched Army of the Dead, being the pilot isn't a good idea, is it?
yeah. I
Yeah.
saw that movie and like I'll just say that it was okay. That's all I gotta say.
I love that
about
film.
that
It was
movie.
so good.
It was okay.
The fact that they've got so many
Yeah.
random things in it for like other stories that they never cover and they don't even mention, like robot zombies and time loops and stuff, and they just overlook all of it and they just don't explain it. That's amazing. I love it.
Mhm.
So hopefully the anime for that explains something going forward. We'll move on. They had another Xbox console exclusive by an Xbox studio, and this was the best
in my
part of the
opinion.
show for me. Yeah,
Definitely the best part, in my opinion. Forza Horizon 5 gameplay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
and
I
it
can't
looked
wait.
absolutely
Jesus.
I cannot
fantastic.
fucking wait for this.
The graphics, the
Man.
scenery, it looks amazing.
You can go
Water.
to an active volcano and shit.
And race round it, yeah. Now, I highly recommend if you want to watch this, watch the 4K stream because the textures and the foliage and stuff looks so much better in 4K than they did on the original stream. Because I went straight and watched it afterwards, and it was like it looked twice as good. It looked so realistic the second time around. When you watch it on the first stream, and this guy's like, "And here we have a photorealistic picture," you're like, "That don't look fucking photorealistic, you lying twat." When you watch it in 4K, you can even see like the spikes on the cactuses and stuff like that. Looks amazing.
Okay, you were in line. All right, got it.
Man, it was holy shit.
Then they
Like,
said they were
and I
capturing the
was-
skies in 12K. They filmed the skies in
like,
12K.
I was impressed
fact that
they've been
Oh, go ahead.
mentioning during the gameplay demo that this is possible with the power of the Xbox Series consoles and not just Series X. So this is going to look like really amazing. Even on the Series S, I'm really excited for this.
Yeah.
But they were talking about like I don't know that term they use, but like they use like photogeometry or something like that to
Yeah.
capture realistic features from Mexico.
Yeah.
And they showed the artwork and everything. It's gonna be on there. Like that looks fucking great, man.
Yeah.
Like,
And like for people, I just loved how this gameplay demo just is enough to make toxic fanboys shut the fuck up about saying that there's nothing on Xbox that looks next gen. Like
It looks amazing.
doesn't look next gen. That's
It's-
it. This is gameplay next gen. There we go.
It
There we
looked
have
fantastic.
And guess what?
it's
And
coming.
guess what? With no boulders or rocks melting on the ground. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's it.
The
I don't know if
foil,
that's
the
what's
foliage
gonna be
actually gets affected by you touching it and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was about to say. Then you saw the foliage, but it actually bends when you touch it. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
just the fact it comes out November
Yeah,
9th, so we're getting it this year.
Yeah.
There we go.
They've added new modes, so there's like an improved creator mode, which looks like they've sort of finally took the idea they started in Forza Horizon 4 and made it work really well.
Yeah.
And there's also like an
Like a-
arcadey like mini game modes that you can launch in a party while you're playing, and there'll be like little mini games to do, like smashing pinatas and stuff like that, which I thought was a
Sounds
nice little
awesome.
addition.
But like for
Yeah,
the way they
pinball,
showed,
yeah, the bowling balls, right?
Yeah, that as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like for the way that I saw that, where they
Bowling
showed
pins.
all the creativity of that map and that mode, specific modes with all the crazy stuff. Am I the only one who had the impression of Fall Guys, but with cars
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that?
Perhaps.
Was I the only one who had this impression? Because
I-
it was really awesome.
Was I the only one that when I was watching that trailer was like, this is beautiful? But imagine what a Hot Wheels world will look like with these graphics. That's what I was like.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Hopefully they do a Hot Wheels one, not Lego again. A Hot Wheels.
Another one. Another hot
We're
one.
gonna. What else is there? What we're gonna get? We're gonna get like Connects
Man,
or Mega Blocks or
so
something like that
good.
next. But
Man, Forza Horizon
Minecraft.
5 was just.
Ratchet and Clank.
Here's how
Yeah.
Minecraft would look with Forza Horizon graphics.
It's just so surreal for me that the game is going to be released this year.
yeah,
Yeah.
That like they've been working hard.
it just shows you though that there's other stuff coming that we don't have to think.
God damn.
Not everything's going to be 10 years away, 5 years away. We're going to get games that look this good within the next year or two easily.
Yeah.
So
No,
Wasn't there a rumor
not only
that
the next year, but this year already.
yeah,
God
exactly.
damn it.
But it stops that thing where people are saying all these companies and all these studios Microsoft have bought are going to be years away. This is showing they're not, because this is only 2 years of development, and look how good it looks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
not every
amazing.
game, big,
Amazing.
massive like RPG games will probably take
Ridiculous, isn't
longer.
it, how good it
but-
looks. I'm just watching it now on your feed, and it's just unbelievable how
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
this game is. And they're making Fable with this engine.
I cannot
mean,
wait.
yeah.
People were moaning
Oh,
about
yeah.
that engine.
Exactly. Like
They know what they're doing.
I
They know what they're
I
doing.
just loved how the developer there said, and we do have these environments, and this is no trick. This is no cinematic stuff. This is
Yeah,
real
it's
gameplay.
right
And then the
gameplay, and it
cars
just starts
show,
going.
like, man, holy fuck! I need to play this right now. God damn
Yeah.
it.
But it seems like Xbox is learning, like, to explain things better because
Yeah.
Yep.
they're like, this is in-game footage, like they actually are like yelling it, like
Yeah.
so.
Forza-
I think
Forza
because they're sick of
Horizon-
it.
I think this was a good enough.
For-
This was a good balance, wasn't it, between gameplay and CGI? The whole thing, the whole show, and this in particular. This was an extended gameplay look, and even though it had those
Yeah.
staff playing it with the really fake stilted, oh, let's do this. This is so fun. I'm gonna go this way. It wasn't even bad. It
Yeah.
was still enjoyable. It was still good. It was
Yeah.
still to the
It was
point.
okay. Yeah.
It looked
Yeah.
amazing.
It wasn't cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was enough cringe to be watchable
Just-
enough.
yeah.
Yeah. But
No,
it's
Yeah,
I
like
think
the-
I'm telling you that it wasn't cringe as
yeah,
other
I know what you
times,
mean. Yeah, definitely.
always
It used to
are,
be
like-
worse.
This is
They
my
used to
game of
try
the
to-
show.
They try to make before they tried to make the show funny, and that was horrible. They used
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought
there
it was
was-
When they do these things where it's a group of people playing, none of them
Yeah.
talk like we do in party chat. You wouldn't be saying that. It would be more, do you want to do this mode? No, we're going to the mission. We've already been driving for 5 minutes there, you cleft. Can we just get this bit done? And then
Yeah.
we'll do a party game. Like, it's
Yeah.
not, we wouldn't be, oh yeah, let's do this. Let's smash pinatas. Oh, I'll cover this, Rose.
Yeah.
So you missed one. You missed
It's,
one. you
it's
idiot.
like
Turn
that
round.
Game Pass. Did you watch? Did anyone see that the X Cloud or the Game Pass advert they put out recently with all those people jumping on and playing together? Like, who
No,
fucking
and-
plays that? It's like when you watch those people
No,
playing
no,
on the
but like-
Switch and the Wii, and they're all sat together as a
yeah.
family. Like when I play family
like,
games
I
with
gotta
my
tell-
family and my kids, we do not smile and look like that. We're just trying not to kill each other in a
But
nice environment.
I gotta tell you about those people playing that pinata mode on Forza. Nobody talks like that. Like Gina, everyone sees how I play, and especially when we are playing Dirt 5. When Ash
Oh,
is in
yeah.
front of me, I'm like, Ash, get the fuck out of my way! What are you doing here?
And
Ash is your break
he's
in
norm-
every corner.
he's normally behind me quite a lot, just for listeners'
Yeah.
information.
Occasionally he
Crash
beats somebody
started
though.
starting early.
I'm sorry if you hit me to get in front of me. Okay.
Any
And it
excuse.
looks like they like the people that were playing like the gameplay, looks like there were people that knew what they were doing. Like they knew how to play the game.
You would hope.
Like it wasn't because
Well,
like
they
I
wa-
remember
Where's
they
the
were
guns? I'm
really-
trying to get
They
a
weren't
headshot.
crashing.
yeah, I remember past shows people said
They're like passing each other and
Yeah, if that was us, we'd be
Just
like
busting each
knocking
other.
each other off and we'd be all over the
Yeah.
place. But that's the
Yeah.
fun of it, isn't it?
They're way too
But
nice to
then-
each other, aren't they?
And
That's the problem.
when I saw that creator thing, I was like, that looks amazing. That I'm never going to use it myself because I suck at doing creator games. I
me
love
too.
looking at them, and playing other people's, but I suck at them. Like Dirt 5's got one. I cannot understand. I just don't enjoy doing it.
Maybe we can.
I just enjoy playing other
Maybe
people's.
maybe we will be able to download those maps and then play it. That's it.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
takes you have patience if you want to like create.
Yeah,
use
and
that
the
stuff.
Gino
Yeah.
is really excited for this because he just yawns really badly.
It is 10:30 here in the UK. We're getting on a bit.
Yeah.
It's late for
Yeah.
us.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Then.
Well, we're finally up to
So,
the last
to finish
announcement.
this,
Phil came
Redfall.
out. He said how great it is coming to Xbox in 2021, and they put a graphic up with games that weren't shown at this show, saying these are all coming to Xbox Game Pass in 2021. Shuts down the old there is no games on Xbox, so that was nicely done. And then they did a little rerun of everything else. And then they announced one more game, which was the rumored vampire game. And it was only a CGI trailer. It looked cool. I like the idea of it. I like the universe. There wasn't really anything to it other than a trailer.
But I trust Arcane. I think it's going to be fun. And let's see how it goes. Another exclusive at least.
And one thing I liked about the way Phil introduced this was off the bat, it was, it's another one from a Bethesda studio. This is exclusive.
Yeah, exactly.
He just knocked it. He didn't say anything that could be misinterpreted. He was literally, this is only on Xbox.
And once they showed it at the end, they had a big strip across the screen that said Xbox exclusive. And I love that.
Yeah.
I love how blunt they're being. And they have to be now, because if they don't say it outright, people will twist their words for their agenda. And they're probably when PlayStation do it and get away with it, but if Xbox do, they get roasted for it, so they have to come out all like guns blazing and just say it. I mean, look how honest and open Xbox have been in this show compared to Sony's show, where they said these are PlayStation 5 exclusives, and now they're all coming to PS4. I mean, it's night and day. Yeah.
I think. I mean, I liked the game that was it called Redfall, right?
Redfall, yeah. That's the name of it.
I like that you're gonna have like superpowers, and then you're gonna fight vampires. I think that's gonna be something different. It's not just zombies like how it always is. They're doing something different. But no gameplay, so
it's a long way off. They've literally got teased about a month ago, and it was supposed to be very, very early.
It's only next year, though, isn't it?
I just got a really nice idea for console wars with this game, because here's the thing. Do you remember how was the image when the trailer ended with the vampire trying to reach something and then the thing showing off Xbox exclusive?
Yeah.
Put a Sony fanboy logo there for the Sony fanboy trying to reach the game and that Xbox exclusive. That's it.
We don't condone fanboy wars, but it's always good to have a laugh. I mean, I've already seen people straight away on Twitter. There was one, Bellend, who was like, "We're doing a post show. What has Xbox thinking? What are they thinking? What have they done?" Like this was a bad show. This was a fucking good show. Compared to 90% of the Xbox shows I've watched, this was better than them. I mean, it was quick. It was one. There was no faff. There was no fluff. The only negatives were there was no backwards compatibility, no studio acquisitions, and no Keanu Reeves. Other than that, it was pretty good. I mean, you can't complain.
Needed more Sarah Bond on the stage, I think.
Just a face at the side for you for the whole thing.
I'd be okay with that. Yeah.
At least there's no Jeff Keighley saying something stupid.
Oh.
Right now I think we should do a quick thoughts moment section to talk about the events overall, and then each one of us rate the events from a 1 to 10 scale. So Ash.
Yeah, highlights for me: Sea of Thieves getting Pirates of the Caribbean and it actually being Johnny Depp. Boom. Forza 5 looks amazing. Forza Horizon 5. I'm trying to think now. There was so much cool stuff shown, and the Halo multiplayer looks amazing. Such an improvement. 2, I'm not. The rest of it, I want to play all of it. It's just all there. I just want all of it, and I'm just really glad. But they're the top 3, I think. that I would go with, and I would rate it an 8 to an 8.5 out of 10. It wasn't perfect. There was a lot of, like I say, there was those 3 games that didn't need to be there, which could have been replaced with Xbox exclusives or Game Pass games that haven't been shown but are shown at other shows. But other than that, it was pretty good. It's just missing like an acquisition and some backwards compat news. But if they pumped that out on Monday, and that's the reason why, I'll take it back. But for now, I'd say about an 8.5 out of 10 for me.
8.5. Nice. Okay, so Alucard, what do you think? Any thoughts? And what's your score for the
like
event?
originally after I saw the show, I was thinking about that, like what I liked about it and what rating I would give out of 10. Originally I was gonna do 7.5 out of 10. Now I'm doing like more like 8 or 8.5. Because as I thought about like some of the things that they showed, like Back for Blood and Game Pass and like Stalker 2 gameplay and Halo gameplay, and I was just like, holy crap. And then Forza Horizon 5, and so it's like they had more and more as I thought about that I liked. So yeah, I would say it's gonna be 8.5 out of 10 for me now.
Fair enough.
Yep.
So, Slayer, final thoughts and your rating.
For me, top 3 definitely would be Sea of Thieves. I can't wait to see what that mode has in store, how it's going to be, how it's going to be laid out, and how you're going to be able to play it, how long it is. It seems pretty cool, and I definitely, like I said before, I hope this is the first of many stories like that. I do like the tall tales that they have in the main game, but like I said, that's one of the things, that kind of detracts from it, is the fact that you're not alone and other people can mess you up. So that's it ruins the game for me a little bit, I have to say.
I never got attacked playing the Tall Tales before, so
I mean, you can. I have.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's definitely possible. You don't really have like treasure on board, so I guess maybe you're like less likely to get attacked, but I think it's still possible. It's not like you're invisible. It's not like it instances you into another thing.
Yeah.
You're still in that main world.
Yeah.
Number 2, I definitely have to say Forza. Looks beautiful. I love the Forza Horizon series. I'm not a big fan of Motorsport as much, just because I like the open world aspect of Horizon 5 and it's more arcadey for my tastes. And it looks, like I said, Mexico looks amazing. The graphics look amazing. I mean, the world looks huge and very, very varied. I was a little bit surprised because I actually thought, I don't know if this was if I'm misremembering this, but I thought one of the rumors was that it was supposed to be set in Japan, which I would have thought would have been a more interesting location. Only because of the fact that this looks very similar to a little bit of Australia, like it has desert, Mexico looks nice. I'm just saying, like I was like, wait, is this Australia again? Or like, at first I was like, it's desert, and it looks very similar, but no, but it looks nice. And then number 3, definitely I would have to say it's Halo.
Okay,
Definitely
nice.
can't wait to see what that game has in store. Looks cool. I'm excited to see what the campaign does. Multiplayer looks good. It does look fast paced, like you guys said, which is interesting. But so I wonder how that's gonna play out. But the grappling hook looks insane. Overall, I think the show was good. I mean, there was a lot of good games. That's definitely my top 3. But I think all the games look amazing. I'm definitely gonna try them all out at least once, give them a try. And for me, I would say that I'm gonna give them an 8 out of 10. Because of what Ash said, I also kind of was hoping for backwards compatibility news and a studio acquisition or 2. Hopefully they like he also said they kind of talk about it later on in the week or throughout the summer. But I also felt like they could have done it and it wouldn't have been a problem. Like it wouldn't have. I think it would have been more of a bombshell if they actually did announce it right then and there. And I also felt like it could have been longer. For me, like I feel like an hour and a half was short. Like they have a lot of the games that they're working on, and like I understand that they also don't want to overwhelm people, but I feel like why? Like just show us everything. Just and then just talk like, it doesn't have to be a lot like in depth. You could go more in depth throughout the course of the year, but I just felt like they could have added a lot more time to it and just showing off like every one of their games. Maybe if they didn't have anything to show for it, then fine. But I feel like they do have a lot of other stuff to show for it, to show for the other games that they didn't, because they probably are saving it for, to sprinkle it throughout the year, which I feel like it's cool, but also unnecessary, So yeah.
Nice. 8 out of 10. 10.
Yeah.
Would be that. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So, Mr. Gina, with just half of a face showing on the camera for some reason.
What?
Yeah, there's just half of your face showing on the camera for some reason. For me, at least.
Okay.
Final thoughts? Any final thoughts and final score for you?
So the three best games shown were Far Cry, Battlefield, and no, I'm joking.
And Diablo.
Diablo. Yeah, the rest of the show was a waste.
The only 3 games that are not on Game Pass.
Yeah, so Forza Horizon 5 was incredible. I think the level of detail they went into and just how good it looked and fun more than anything else. I knew, they were going to be announcing it. I'm glad it's in Mexico, somewhere a bit different. They could have gone a bit more low key like Brazil or something, but they went for somewhere classy. A lot of varied structures and that. Halo looks amazing. It looks the best it's done in a long time. I loved 4's campaign. I didn't get on with 4's multiplayer. Number 5 was a good multiplayer game, but it wasn't a good Halo multiplayer. And the story, we don't speak about 5 story, do we? So we just move on from that. That Replaced game is the one that stood out for me. That pixel art kind of 2.5, 2.5D or whatever they describe it as. That looks incredible. Missed chances in the show. I know Ash touched on it. They could have sacked off those 3 games that weren't on Game Pass, given some more airtime to other games that are coming. I liked at the end, Phil Spencer said that, because I know a couple of days ago they said they want a game every quarter from the first party, and he confirmed at the end it'll be a game every single month for the rest of the year from first party exclusives, and then they're planning on every quarter then going into next year. So we've got 5-6 months left, and we're going to get 5 or 6 first party exclusives to see out the year, which is pretty good. I'd probably give it 8.5 out of 10, like the rest of the guys. I think it missed maybe when Phil came out some acquisition talk or something bigger than what he announced, because he's normally there for the big hitters, and he was just to announce that new vampire game Redfall, which it looks really good. It's different, but it was a CGI trailer. You thought he'd be there to introduce Forza Horizon and close it off with that, with how good that looked. I think that would have been a better way to do it, is end on that gameplay and that graphics with Phil introducing it.
Okay, nice. 8.5 then?
Yeah.
Nice. For me, my favorite 3 highlights were Forza Horizon 5, Halo, campaign and multiplayer, and Starfield. Because to start as strong as that, to just slap at everyone's in the face, because everyone was having doubts of if it was going to be exclusive, and then Xbox is just saying, yeah, it is. Fuck it, we just bought the whole company for $7.5 billion. Of course it would be exclusive, god damn it. But yeah, we didn't get anything from In Exile games. I missed them. We didn't get anything from Compulsion games. I did miss them also. As well as nothing from the Evil Within studio, Tango Gameworks, for some reason. And also we didn't get any backwards compatibility things.
And no Banjo-Kazooie.
And no Banjo-Kazooie. Yes. And
No Ninja Theory.
my hopes are dying.
Either.
No, but Ninja Fury, I wasn't expecting at all, to be honest.
They didn't announce what do you call it? What's it called now? What's that shooter? The team-based game from Ninja Theory that you like? Bleeding Edge. They didn't announce Bleeding Edge 2.
Oh.
Fabio disappointed.
Yeah.
Not enough Bleeding Edge. 1 out of 10.
I didn't think we'd see Hellblade 2, but I thought they might have shown Project Mara.
Yeah.
Maybe. But we didn't get any of those things. But yeah, we really had an awesome show. It was really, really good, and I did enjoy the Xbox Game Showcase last year. I really enjoyed that, but I loved to see how they learned their lesson from their mistakes, and they are proving that this generation is going to be better than the Xbox One generation. They like what I was really worried about this event was like, please don't make this just like the Xbox One generation, because yeah, I did enjoy the Xbox One generation, but still it had a ton of problems during the throughout the whole generation. Like bring us back to the glory days of the 360, and I think we are going to that with this event and with everything that Xbox has been showing to us, and like to see such a nice event with such a nice variety of games, and like man, and almost everything being available on Game Pass, like that's really just so well done. Sure, I would expect for them to add more stuff there, but yeah, we got limited time. And overall, I got 27 games on Game Pass. Two of them that I didn't care at all. Three games that are not going to be available, and a ton of gameplay mixed with cinematic trailers for games and updates that got me really excited. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 8.5 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. So yeah, I'm good to go with that. So I'm gonna put 8 out of 10 for me.
Nice.
8.5 out of 10 for me. And if we just divide that, the Xbox Live Party podcast final score for the event was 8.4. There we have it.
There you go, 8.4 out of 10. Do you know what's crazy though? Jeff Keighley did a poll, like he does after all these shows, saying how would you grade it. Weirdly, it's not weird because it's deserving, but 46% of people said A, 31% said B, and normally when Jeff Keighley does a poll for shows that Xbox do, you're looking at C and D and like not very much for A and B. So clearly the mass of people,
wow,
and that's like 45,000 people right now. So clearly the mass, and a lot more PlayStation people follow Jeff than Xbox because Jeff is a very pro Xbox person. Right. He's not. He doesn't shy away from that. He's been quite obvious in that. He doesn't normally give Xbox the credit when it's due.
I would stay away from Jeff Keighley if I was Xbox.
But,
stay away from that guy.
Yeah, but them doing stuff with him shows that they're taking the higher road as such. I see it. But the fact that the majority, so that's what 77% of people think that was a B+ show, shows you that the tide is changing because it was a good show, and that's all it takes. And you cannot say Game Pass isn't worth having after watching that show. If you don't have Game Pass.
How can you not have it? How can?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You live under a rock?
Yeah.
If you don't have Game Pass, you're like, I want to spend all my money on games. I want to spend $500 on games. You know, like 4 games or something.
Yeah. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But yeah, it was a good show. I'm absolutely worn out from just the first 2 days of E3. There's still like 3 to go.
Yeah.
Oh God!
It's just such a good time to be an Xbox gamer and also a gamer.
Yeah, the positivity this weekend has been amazing, and the positivity for Xbox today has been fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing what other companies bring later this year and later this week as well. Like Nintendo's still got theirs. We might finally see the Switch Pro. We will see.
It doesn't exist.
But yeah, thank you everyone that's watched live. Thank you to everyone who has listened to this on a podcasting service, whether it be Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, etc. Later on, we appreciate all of you for taking the time out of your day to listen to us ramble about gaming and Xbox and stuff in general. Keep your eye out on the YouTube channel. We are going to be doing a bit of E3 related content. It probably won't be over E3 weekend as such. We've got hopefully got a couple of developer interviews coming soon. but they're a bit busy this weekend for obvious reasons, so it might be in a week's time or two, but they will be coming up on the channel. I've also been given a few sort of demo codes for a couple of games to have a look at, so we'll be having a look at them. I'll put a video up. I've got a video up about Life Slide or something like that, which is like a paper aeroplane game. It's so fun. I'll be doing a video about that soon, and it'll be going up shortly. And we'll hopefully start doing the Twitch game streaming nights again soon. Now life is starting to go back to a sort of normal, lot less university work and stuff, especially for me, which means I'll be able to record it again. And that's really it for this episode. Big thank you to you guys for taking part. I know it's not the normal slot we do, and we might have put a couple of you out to make sure you could get here. But thank you guys for joining. It's been a pleasure as always. And we will be back at our normal time slot next week, which is 8 p.m. British Standard Time on a Saturday for the next episode. So that's it from me. And thank you guys again. I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Having a smile.
See you later, everyone. And get Game Pass.